There we go. Hello. We're here with episode 2 of City of Mists Neon Courts. It's our post-Christmas episode. We had a Christmas. It happened.
Mm-hmm. It was not a Christmas episode. There was not like a reindeer and Santa fight.
We can do it now,
for Patreon only or something. We didn't do that.
Sunfall Cycle is doing that. I'm still writing down more ideas for my own Sunfall Cycle version of it. I played Hollow Knight for like an hour today. I'm like, I have so many ideas after just an hour more of Hollow Knight.
In another campaign, we fought the Krampus. So.
That's true. We fought. Did we end up? We ran away from the Krampus after he had like a black hole bet, and then lost.
Well, yeah.
I bought myself Hades and have just been playing that.
Nice. I got a gift card for Steam from Roll20, as I do contract work for them, and I use it to buy Doom Eternal because it was on sale.
Nice.
I have not played it yet, but it is installed and ready. But yeah. I also got the fantastic and 2 years long awaited Mario vs. Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
What?
Why
did you wait 2 years for that?
Because I kept asking for it for gifts, and Nintendo never discounts their games, so I wasn't going to buy it at full price.
Wonderful. That's what you just worked out pay full price for it?
Correct. It's $80 up here.
I would have given up and just paid full price. I'm about to give up and pay full price for like a Ring Fit.
Oh, we did that. I have Ring Fit. It's great.
Ring Fit is great.
Oh wait, is this Mario game the XCOM Mario?
It is.
Yes.
Your voice mod's on right now, but yes. Yeah, no, it's we started playing it. I'm still in the first world. It seems kind of long. Like it says there's like 27 levels or something, and
Great, that's the right amount for a Mario game.
Yep.
And each of them have several fights in them. I'm not even on the first level. It's been like a few hours.
So it's just XCOM Mario fights?
Yeah, but it's actually really good and does some twists on XCOM. It's very hyper mobile. That's one part of it, and then
I mean, that makes sense for theming for Mario because the whole
yeah,
Mario is jumping.
Characters can like jump off each other. There's pipes that you can go through, which also gets you extra movement. There's lots of like features in the maps and battle maps that if you use will maybe make you able to move faster. There's like explosive cover or different effects of the cover that push when you shoot it. I had my first boss fight. It said it was a mid boss, so I guess it's a mini boss fight. It was well done.
Just the boss's mid-rift?
Apparently.
Is my voice changer still on?
Nope, it's good.
No,
you're good.
Oh, okay. It was weird because it appeared off to me, but I just clicked it on and off again. So
I went in with relatively middling to high expectations because I had heard very good things from the reviews. I am just continuing to become more and more impressed the more I play with it. It keeps adding new cool things. If you like XCOM, play this game. It's real. It is great.
Though it is the weirdest thing to think of the vibe of XCOM and then seeing Mario and these cheerful children's games on the screen.
But it works somehow.
It's this throws you off.
It's extremely strange, but it works very well, more than it should. So that's the thing. Though we just unlocked skill trees and haven't used them yet, so we should look up that. Each character has their own like skill tree. So don't worry.
Why? Why does Mario games need a skill tree?
Because they're making a turn-based MOBA. I mean, come on.
The good news is you don't have to have the 99% miss, because all shots are either 50% if they're in cover, 0% if they're in full cover, or 100% chance to hit if you're flanking them. Which is good. It's simplified in that way. But frankly, the feel of it's still there. High ground gives you bonus damage instead of bonus hit chance. Yeah.
Shitty hit chance is like the most annoying thing in those kind of games. They could just not include hit chance and it'd be fine. It just scale things on damage.
Marissa and I have started a combined XCOM Long War game, actually. Probably because I started playing Mario Rabbids.
Yeah, for sure. I needed something slightly more serious.
We've been doing that. We've had a few deaths, but we've also had a few interesting things happen that was good. We sent, at one point, we had a mission where we ended up only having 1 sniper and 5 rookies to send on a mission. And we're like, oh, they're gonna totally die. No, we completely aced the mission with no one even getting hurt, so we named our sniper Babysitter.
And whenever we now put her on a mission with actual people who are not rookies,
she does terribly.
She does worse.
Yep.
It's horrible. But also wonderful.
We had our first terror mission without any weapon upgrades, or any upgrades at all, basically. And
That's rough.
But I brought 2 Rocketeers, so I just blew everything up. And we didn't have... Did we actually have no injuries? It
Probably
went
not.
way better than it should have for a terror mission. Yeah. It's a good mod. So, anything else you want to talk about other than the thing?
If I could get my camera to show it, I could show the internet my cat GIF that is on my keyboard.
Your built-in cat GIF. It's hard to see, but I do see it.
It's very hard.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Is that customizable?
Yeah, it's customizable. So, this is a Steel Series keyboard, mechanical keyboard. So, I got that. You could change all the LEDs for the keys, and then this OLED screen is what did it say? It's like a certain amount of pixels that you have to be able to put it in. So it could be a picture. I think I saw on their website you could also hook it up to be part of the game you're playing. You could hook it up to Discord, so it'll pop up who's talking right there.
That's nice.
Yeah.
My mic is picking something up. Do you guys want to tune into my stream if you aren't already and see how I sound? I want to make sure it's right still. I canceled the noise gate, but now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have. There we go. That might be better.
Right.
It just sounds like there's some white noise going on.
Maybe I need to unplug and replug in.
Oh wait. Yeah, when you said there you go, that might be better. It stopped the white noise.
Okay. Is it when I'm talking? Is that white noise still in the background though?
Hold
on. This is me talking now. Do you hear it?
Yeah, it happens when you talk.
Okay. If it's happening on both, I wonder if it's some kind of software issue. This was happening on my old mic as well, but I thought it was because the mic
in all the way.
I'm gonna go do that. Hopefully, it doesn't break OBS. Let me mute myself. You guys keep talking.
What else? I'm running my silly playtest for my cyberpunk game still. Nice. I spent the morning assembling a zine that I'm designing to be mailed back to me to continue this dumb joke. I have to figure out how to print them in newsprint. I kind of want the newsprint workbook feel to them.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta find a typewriter somewhere and type it in yourself.
Well, I gotta find a printer that'll print the zines in newsprint because I'm not gonna do that. That's so much work.
What you really need is an old Ditto machine. You know, that purple ink stuff.
That would be so good. If I could get one of those, I would make so many dumb Ditto copied zines. I want a Xerox, an actual Xerox machine that just does the super hard black with the really awful cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was because now if you print in black, it scans and replicates, but as opposed to the Xerox machine, which I'm pretty sure shines light through it and just does black from the light shining through, so it has a really awful effect if you have higher grain paper or it's a cheap paper with something in it. That also shows up on the copy. I want one of those machines too. I need a warehouse for all of the bad printers. Because I want all of them. I want I want a dot matrix printer, but that's harder to publish stuff with because
just takes forever.
It takes forever, and they don't manufacture the paper. As it's harder to get the paper for dot matrix printers. So yes, you can find it, but also it's not cost effective to find it if you're going to actually print a run of something with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also usually only a couple paper weights for it, so if you wanted to print nice paper on it, you can't. But you can shove nice paper through a Xerox machine.
Mm.
I don't know. I spent most of high school shoving random types of paper through different size printers.
Okay.
Just to see what would happen.
Well, it's like I was in like an arts high school, and that was just I like playing with printers, and that was the like we have to do a project. All right, I'm going to try a different dumb thing to print it on this time because I took like 4 years of. They ran out of graphic design courses, and they were just all right. You're in a room. We added a number to the course from last year. Do a project a month, more or less.
Okay. So I think I'll just have to stick with it right now. I'll have to fix it in between episodes then.
That'll work.
If it's hard enough to notice that you have to listen to hear it, then. But I thought it was. That's why I switched to this mic. It's the same with both. I might switch back to the other mic.
No, it's still here.
Weird. Is it like that on
It's
Discord?
not that big of a deal.
Or just OBS?
No, it's not. It's fine on Discord. It's just OBS.
I can hear it on
not,
Discord.
It's not as bad as on the stream. On the stream, it's like when you talk, then that white noise comes, and then you still sound fine, but it only comes through when you talk now.
Yeah, I have a noise gate, so it mutes whenever I'm not talking.
Yeah.
But I'll probably switch to this. Let me see. Which one has worse white noise? The answer is probably this other mic.
It wouldn't be Sunday without technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it was.
Once again.
Well, I thought this mic was picking up just like noise from my computer, because this one is more directional. It won't. It'll barely pick up noise if someone's talking next to me. So I'm surprised. But
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
I haven't switched yet.
Yeah, it's like not like actual white noise. Like I have my fan on right now.
Yeah, it's an electronic noise. No, I cannot.
Yeah, it's like an electronic noise.
Yeah, it's definitely not coming from the mic. It's somewhere between the mic and where it spits out. So it's some part of the like compression process, or it's probably something from the computer end if it's both mics.
Yeah, on Discord I'm still on the same mic. On OBS in the stream I'm using my other mic. I don't know how different it sounds.
All right, here I'll let you know. That mic is fine.
This mic
It sounds no problem.
This one now works fine.
Yeah, I don't hear any white noise.
Okay.
Ghosts.
I'm
The
glad
white noise demon switched mics.
Apparently it knew what was happening. Okay, I've switched over on Discord too.
Oh, that was a weird transition. You could hear it when it clicked, and it like double. There was a delay.
Hello. Got this then. Okay. Well,
All right.
apparently that fixed everything somehow.
Yeah.
And the stream's gone. Oh.
Well, let's begin.
Yeah. So,
What happened
let's-
in our first episode of Neon Courts?
We
Yeah,
got
anybody wanna recap?
superpowers.
We had a jaunty adventure with a small child, and then at the end of it, there was a big earthquake, and laser smoke came out from the earth, and
Laser
infected
smoke.
everyone.
Yeah. We also literally
like,
accidentally
geez.
solved the mystery. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you bumbled your way to the end.
Yep. I
As
said this
most
last.
mysteries.
Yeah, I said this last time. I think the noir is going to be mostly in name and background characters.
Yeah, I'll handle that side, and y'all just go ahead and fuck it up.
The noirs, we are the cartoon characters in the noir world.
We're less like Jessica Jones and more
I can't
like
even
the
get to
Scooby-Doo.
Spider-Man with the guns. I can't
Well-
even.
What was the guy, the companion for Jessica Jones? The guy from, I feel like we're him, but before he got off drugs. We're
It's just
showing up
through
in her
his
fridge
eyes
and
that
eating
we're
her
seeing
peanut butter.
everything.
Yeah, we're showing up in her fridge and eating her peanut butter. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, however it works for you, as long as we all have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of noir, I don't think any of us are like grizzled. You don't
No,
understand.
that's
but
what I mean. None of us
No.
are like hard boiled at all.
See, that's what's gonna happen
No.
is I'm gonna put these situations in front of you where it's just like the worst thing ever, and you're just like, but flowers.
My character I think my character has the potential to become hard boiled. Like
Yeah,
it's too-
you have the potential to be hard boiled. I do not. Poached at best.
but I would call him soft boiled right now. Actually, no, I'd call him sunny side up. He's too happy. He has to be sunny side up.
Sunny side up. Over easy.
Yep.
I feel like my guy's just burnt eggs. Like he's just burnt.
Yeah, just like over well.
All right.
So to begin with, we do have a move that has to
Oh
happen.
yeah.
We do.
We do. So, given that we're picking up 6 months later, I can handle this one. The rest of them are going to be on you guys.
Okay.
Cool. We
Sounds
should
good.
also figure out at the end of the episode who's going to do this next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll give us
We
some
should
time to prepare.
we should figure that out. So we can do a little bit of like we write like a half paragraph a copy or something. So we don't have to do the monologue like cold. Because monologues are explicitly not like a cold read. They're like a practice thing.
Before we begin, can I add grayscale? Hold on.
Yes.
I wanna add a grayscale filter.
Yes! Can you grayscale us?
I'm gonna try to. Hold on. I need to grayscale everyone, but I can
Sepia might be apt. Yeah, grayscale will work.
grayscale or sepia. will work.
Grayscale, or you could do like a 50% grayscale, like a desaturate 50%, so it's not 100. It's not totally grayscale, but it's definitely washed out.
Isn't it chroma key I use?
No, chroma
No,
key's
chroma
green
key-
screen.
Okay.
Chroma key replaces a color. It keys a color to
color
something else.
correction.
Yeah.
I'll work on the
We need
background.
some smooth. We need some smooth jazz for a monologue
I need
too.
to find smooth jazz that doesn't, copyright infringe and get us
Oh no,
fixed.
I can send you some.
Perfect. Okay, so
Some-
right now
some,
we'll just
like,
do the monologue,
copyright-free-
but we're gonna keep
Yeah.
increasing that production value
Yeah,
Mhm.
just on the monologue though.
just for the monologues. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
we
get,
need-
we'll
we
get
need
each
more-
of them
we need-
animated. We'll get
We need a breakout monologue screen with just that person's camera.
That's
We-
awful.
We are listed on the City of Mist page's high production value.
High
so-
production
Oh, I know. We'll keep
value.
adding it.
Yeah, we're gonna just have to keep ramping this up till it's an ungodly nightmare.
Yep. Okay. Ready to listen.
All right, so we get an opening shot of the neon lights of the city. It's dark out, and it's sort of a swooping shot over from the glitz and glamour of downtown over to more of a residential area with some high-rise apartments. And we hear a familiar voice come through the ether. Nights in these cities, man, it can be tough. People here, they struggle to get by. One thing that keeps us all going is the promise of tomorrow. But for some, tomorrow just never comes. And we see a lone building with a silhouette in a window. And we see the figure from the side, like reaching out over the balcony towards something and then tip over and fall. We follow the body as it falls towards the ground. You see, people like to think that if they live high enough, they get out of the shit, out of the garbage that's on the streets. But sooner or later, that shit done catch up to you. And then slam, the body slams onto the top of a car, crushes the straight down. Car alarm starts blaring. A bunch of dogs start barking in the background. And then the camera pans away back onto the night sky as the cacophony below swells. The voice comes back on and says, "But some people here, well, they might help you, pick you back up, pull you out of that shit." And the night sky breaks into dawn, and we come back down on Old Scratch Records. We see Ryland walking in the front door. He's got his own keys now. He's opening it up. You go in, you flip on the lights to the record store just so you can make your way back to the elevator, which is now, well, describe how you've improved the place in the last 6 months.
I think the elevator itself has not been replaced, but it has been greased and maintained now that it's being regularly used. It doesn't grind, shudder, or shriek nearly as much when you go up it. It just groans slightly and has a very small shudder. Nothing to alarm you anymore. As it continues its crawl upwards and releases, he opens the door. I don't think it opens automatically still. That in front of him, the hallway looks like it's been repainted. It's a nice. I think he'd just probably go with like standard office white, sort of a grayish white. And in front is the closed door, professional wooden glass screen. Part of it. Sign, Golden Goose Detective.
I'm picturing like a hand painted like glass like sign on the glass of the door, not like because
I think you're
glass
right.
screen. Yeah, painted like hand painted on the glass is the Golden Goose Detective like sign and logo. It's not like
Yeah,
a
I think-
hanging sign or anything.
Yeah, what do we want the logo to be? I mean, it was supposed to be. It might just literally.
I was
be
actually
a
just
golden
about to ask:
Nothing's-
is it a goose or like an egg or?
It's the word
The egg
Golden
is a
Goose,
totally
but-
different fairy tale, actually.
Yeah, and there is like the scroll. There's like Art Deco style, like scrolling around it that kind of frames it with big curls at the top, at the bottom. That goes around just the big block text of Golden Goose Detective Agency.
Yeah,
And if you want an actual hanging sign, have that by the elevator.
I think that was down by the elevator. It was hanging from sort of the handle before. Now I think a larger version of it is like across the top of the door, and the smaller one is now outside, or hanging just inside, like sticking out, visible from the entrance to the actual room. So you can see it's like Old Scratch Records, also Golden Goose Detective Agency. He fumbles. He has a few like a set of keys now, so he goes and finds the key. Ryland, comfortably, habitually puts the key in and unlocks it. Opens the door to see I would say a friendly office. I don't think he's doing well enough that it's like a what I would call super nice, but it's clean. It is contained. Any of the like mold growing in the ceiling, water leaks, and any issues that have been cleaned up. Probably he finished the last of that only recently. Still, that's the case. I think he's probably always the first one here. So he's the only one there. He goes over to now well-used and well-stocked coffee machine. He has one of those like Keurig basically coffee machines. So he just like presses a few buttons and it starts making coffee. Over into his office. The only coffee machine is in the center area. There's a few chairs, people to sit. It seems like, though it might not be used that much, there's a very small space for what could be a waiting room.
We have like a private meeting space, so if like someone comes
in Ryland's
they
office is the private meeting space.
Okay.
And then when you first enter, there's a few chairs there around the left and right of the wall, and then there's a desk that clearly looks like it's for someone that is a receptionist of some kind. There's a lot. See, business cards are there. They have a. We're in old. I don't think they use paper for scheduling like that. I think there's there's still like a calendar set up. There's a few signs.
Yeah, definitely like a
it's
computer, but business cards still make sense.
Business cards,
Like-
yes. I was thinking there wouldn't be a paper calendar.
No, it would just be all on the computer.
Marissa, what do you
Yeah.
ask?
Like
QR code business cards? Scan this. Get our
Absolutely.
stuff.
They're
Yeah,
definitely
that's most definitely it. Like the bottom, like the back of a business card is a QR code.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because if you're looking at it through the AR stuff, it like has a graphic that pops out when you look at it, and
Yeah.
you know.
And I think Ryland just once he gets to the office, he finally gets his finished cup of coffee and he sips it while scrolling through his AR calendar, seeing what he has today or what he has.
Yeah, not long after you sit down and like take your first swig of coffee, there's a tentative knock at the door.
Yep. I think Ryland he gets up to greet them, but he also says, "Come in," welcomingly.
Yeah, the door like opens slightly, and you see a very thin looking, say 24-year-old gentleman, close cropped blonde hair, glasses, very very well put together, like a nice suit, but you can tell that it's like his only nice suit. You know, it's sort of it's a little ill-fitting, but it looks okay on him. And he like very sheepishly walks in and says, Mr. Hunt, I've been sent by the temp agency.
Ah,
My name is."
yes.
He's like, my name is Cecil.
Cecil, I was expecting you. Hi, welcome. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I forgot we had rotating temps as our receptionist.
Yep.
Yeah, he like very nervously like reaches out and shakes your hand. He's like, is that my desk?
Yes, of
over
course. Yeah. No, sit down. Make yourself comfortable. I will fill you in on everything. And I think you can tell that Ryland is somewhat new to this, but this is not the first time he's walked someone through this. But he's still, I don't think he's had many attempts yet. So he says, okay, well, why don't you tell me, what do you know about us so far? He also checks, he probably, he wouldn't ask him directly, but he checks his email to see how long Cecil's assigned here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The temp agency basically sends over whoever's available. So with you get
Like,
a
by
lot
the
more
week?
turnover because you just need a general kind of person. Whereas, like, you know, you're where they're sending people that they don't have a job for today.
Yeah.
Is basically what's happening.
The way this works in my brain is every episode, like if this was a TV show,
Yeah.
there's a new temp.
I think something like
Just
that.
every episode. We don't always have the intro, but every episode there's someone new behind the
Yeah.
desk.
Oh, it's great for
Mhm.
Ryland because he's like, okay, well, I can talk to them, I can make contacts, I can make friends, and you know, maybe I'll reach out to them later if we need information and
Never.
they happen to be working somewhere. It's never happened so far, but you know, he still makes a note of them.
Mhm.
And yeah, Ryland starts walking them through everything and spending a half hour or something. It's probably more than something like Cecil is standard stuff. Most of this.
Yeah, you just answer the phone and let people in, get them coffee. You know?
Yeah, here's
not
like
hard.
a digi post-it note. Actually, there's no way post-it notes have expired in the cyberpunk. It's a post-it note still, of just like here's the phrase, here's the like thing you say when you answer the phone. Here's the like.
We have like
you don't need any passwords because the computer's
Yeah.
set to auto know the email. So
We've
there's that.
yeah, we set up the 4 windows the computer has access to. Like, what is the calendar? What is like
Yeah.
the email? What is this? What is that? So it's just like there is the scheduling input. There is the like what's happening right now screen. There's like a predetermined computer screen we have set up for all of our interns.
Yes. And if you have any problems with the computer, you can ask me. And also, we have an IT guy. His number's here.
Oh, of course I'm the IT guy.
It's like, and then we paint over the messy desk of
I
Sean's, like,
imagine-
IT session.
I imagine it was literally a broom closet that he just took over because he doesn't need a lot of space. Like his apartment's basically a broom closet, so he
Yeah.
just took that over.
There's like a rack of milk crate like servers there where you don't actually have a box. They're all just kind of zip tied into the milk crates piled on the side.
Yeah, things are a bit less clean there, but still okay.
It's functional.
Did we move the mini fridge in with you? Do you think?
Oh, that's what I sit on.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So-
I just sit on the mini fridge, and then if
There's
anyone needs anything,
like a cushion. There's like a cushion, like a chair cushion that's
Yeah.
just on top of the mini fridge.
What's
I
great?
love the idea of anytime Ryland goes to, okay, well, let's offer a guest a drink. It's like open the broom closet to a mess, a person sitting on top of the fridge, just casually
just
opening it.
hunched over a computer.
Yep. What's great is because we're in the Olds district specifically, our internet speed is probably the worst in the city.
Oh my god! Yeah, the
There's
old
like,
quarter.
there's like
Old quarter.
a massive chunk of Ethernet cable like pooling out of a hole cut in the top of that broom closet door, so we have the fastest connection we possibly can for this crappy internet. Sorry to ruin your nice office, but that's what happened.
It's the broom
That's what
closet.
happened at the broom closet.
Yeah, that's that. I'm well aware in real life.
Took
That's how
that
it
drop
works.
ceiling right out and just cable.
Cable.
Yep.
So yeah, the day goes on as per usual. Who would be the next to show up at work after Ryland?
I don't know. Sometime around noon, Fian would show up, but they mostly just hang out in the office,
Between
and then we'll just like
deliveries.
leave to deliver pizza when they get a notification. They
Yep.
just use it as like a base of operations.
The mini
But
fridge,
this
I
is-
think, is now regularly stocked with that lemon drink you asked for.
It's like a mellow yellow and like
Yeah.
canned coffee, I think, is the bulk of that
Canned
mini
coffee.
fridge.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm probably the next person to show up, though I don't think I have any actual space here, so guess I'm literally just gonna spread out on the, welcoming chairs. Assume that I'm another customer and see how well that works.
Yeah, it could be one of those things where, like, I tell you about the you don't have to be here at 7,
Yeah.
so you're out and about, or I'll tell you about specific appointments that I think.
Yeah. And the way I see things, I kind of have two modes of listening and pretending not to be there, and before I ask a question, bulldogging. So pretending that I'm just another client works fine for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Atari rolls in at like 10. Because he takes public transit. So
Yeah.
Around 10 makes sense. That seems
Yep.
about right because they usually
Yep.
don't start. You don't want to wake up at 5. You're going to catch the next one at 8. It takes a bit to get anywhere. About 10.
Yeah, and people don't really come to this part of town to work. This is where they live and go other places to work.
yeah.
So you're fighting the wrong bus schedule, right?
Yeah.
It's either you get here at 4 a.m. when the bus like leaves the station and comes out here.
Faster to drive, but slower to bus.
Yeah.
Might share a commute on that one, but
That's you
Some
guys
days.
live basically at least 6 months ago.
They
You guys
live
were
in
next
the
door
same
neighbors.
building, so.
Yeah.
Well, same building is a couple hundred units.
There's a lot of people in that building, I'm assuming.
It's
same
more-
number, a couple floors apart. But
Yeah, I think Nicole is probably a little bit more on the ball with getting to work on time.
Mhm.
yeah. But then again, I'm also using public transit, so
Yeah.
You're on the bus right before my bus.
I think, yeah, that's probably what it is.
It's just I get there like way later.
depends what we're doing for the day. But yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, a while after you're all there, it's been a slow day. Like you're really wondering if you should all go home. But around 3 p.m. or so, there's a very businesslike rapping on the door. Cecil like goes over and answers it, and strolls a late 30s, early 40s looking female, long dark hair, well done makeup. not high fashion, but she's dressed well, you know, business-like attire. And she comes in. Cecil gives her the spiel of, wait here, I'll go get Rylan, offers her coffee, and she declines. And Cecil comes in and says, Mr. Hunt, there's a client here.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Cecil. I will take it from here. Sit down. Continue doing great work. And
Goes back to playing solitaire.
Yep, exactly. Rylan follows Cecil out and says, welcome to Golden Goose Detective Agency, ma'am. How can I help you? Would you like to step into our office? Or would you like... Oh, Cecil, you already asked if they wanted coffee, correct?
She just, breezes straight past you once you indicate the office.
Okay. And then it's give a double thumbs up to Cecil, and then... Ryland sits down. Does anyone join him?
I think in the office, Fion's already just sprawled out on one of the two chairs, doing reading some bad magazine or something.
Okay. So I think Ryland goes over to his side over the chairs. He doesn't sit in the chair immediately. Still standing, he says, "My name is Ryland Hunt. I am." What would his title be? I guess manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd call
Managing Director of Investigations.
Yeah. I think he probably does use a title like that. So he says, "My name is Ryland Hunt. I'm the Managing Director of Investigations." So he then immediately offers to shake her hand.
Yeah, she grabs your hand. Not that she's disgusted, but she doesn't want to touch people much.
Like a limp-wristed handshake.
Yeah. Very,
Okay.
very limp, very, and she sets her briefcase down, sits down next to Fion, who's
still reading the magazine.
She scoots her chair slightly further away and and looks over at you and says, my name is Miranda Hugante, and I have a bit of a problem. My husband was... Well, he's no longer with us.
I'm so sorry to hear. This is Fion. He's one of our employees. Fion, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm the Director of Transportation. Go back to my magazine.
They're all gonna be...
I like to imagine you're still wearing your pizza uniform too.
I'm wearing the hemp hoodie and a pizza hat.
Yep.
She's charmed.
Yes. You can speak freely in front of him, but if you would prefer, I can ask him to speak more privately.
No, I would like to engage the services of all of your employees on this.
Oh, let me pull up the group call then. I
Just
take out my phone and I call the other two to conference speakerphone them in.
I'm pretty sure at least some of them are just in the other room.
Yeah.
I like to imagine the way the broom closet is. It's a thin wall next to the conference room, so I hear them say that.
You hear everything going on. Yeah.
I also like to think that I've basically, with your permission, bugged your office, basically. So someone came on in, and I basically plugged in to listen to what on earth was happening while sitting in the front room.
I'm not against it.
Yeah. The fact that she said her name, I started looking her up. So
would you be Director of Espionage?
I'm good with that.
Oh,
I think Head Investigator makes more sense for Nicole.
I think that does make more sense, yes.
Okay.
I like the spy gear, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's a bad business tactic if you're this is our Director of Espionage.
This is our subterfuge expert.
Yep.
Tell them nothing.
And then, of course, our social media director.
Our
is-
social media consultant.
Oh, we lost.
Oh, we
Oh,
just lost
no.
Marissa.
Oh, we played Masks last. Was it even? Discord's been weird for her. It might be a reinstall time at some point because it just randomly crashes.
Oh, that's fun.
Sorry.
Wait, am I
That's
the
all right.
social media director now?
That was the joke. Was that
Oh.
director of digital relations?
Yes.
Yes.
Information.
Information technology specialist is also good.
Yes, that's
Director of cyber information.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
get to pick our own
information.
titles.
Yeah.
So,
So a
that's
group
not-
call of, the 4 people who are already in the rooms
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
to...
It's.
Yep.
I like to imagine we walk in before the group call even gets sent.
Oh, yeah, it's already hung up, so whatever.
Yeah, everyone almost reflexively without even having to look at their phones or like what's happening.
I've set a special ringtone.
Yes.
So yeah, once everyone's where they're gonna be, she continues that her husband Giovanni. Well, the police have ruled it a suicide. He was found on top of a car, having fallen off the balcony. She doesn't believe that it was a suicide. She doesn't think Giovanni would do such a thing. But she's unable to get the police to investigate any further. And she would like to engage your services to find out exactly what happened.
Of course, we will do our best. And I think I should just start. I ask her first, like, is it okay if I can ask you a few questions about this?
She nods.
Okay. And I don't know if we'll need to like have a interrogation scene right now. Would that be like a rolling for clues thing? Or for this initial one, I'm not sure.
For this, it's initial. You can just ask questions. I mean, she's not actively
Resisting. The
So-
clues aren't hidden.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say, okay. He fell from what balcony exactly? Was this just outside of your home, or was he somewhere else?
It was at our apartment.
Was he alone?
I wasn't there at the time. I was out with friends.
Was he with
Yeah.
friends?
He was home by himself, like he normally is.
What does
Do you
your
have any
husband do?
security footage?
There,
Cameras?
the police said they found some, but they wouldn't show me anything.
Do you have access to those cameras?
No, I'm unfortunate. We live in the 32nd story. We don't really have any outside security footage.
Do you know what it was that made the cops think that it was a suicide? Like, was he depressed or anything? Or...
There was a fairly concentrated quantity of narcotics in his system.
Ooh, what kind?
You love how you said that, like in that
They
tone.
weren't sure.
Yeah.
Something
He's not
new.
only our director of transport, he's a director of narcotics.
Is this
A trip's
new?
a trip, man.
Yeah, a trip's a trip. Are these new? Is this a new hobby?
He's struggled in the past, on and off. He was getting
that-
better.
Okay.
And, ma'am, what makes you think that it wasn't a suicide?
I give her a look like that's a very blunt way to ask that
Direct
question.
question.
You sure your husband just didn't want to get rid of you? Oh.
Did he have any enemies?
She just says that it's outside of his character. I mean, she's been with him through some very low points in his life, and that had never even been an option.
Fair enough.
Do you have his? I know most people in this city require some sort of internet therapy. Do you have his internet therapy
It's
records?
like AI. What program for AI autotherapy was he subscribed to?
Oh, definitely, Eliza.
Oh yeah.
Was he a user of the Remnant protocol on there's a number channel? Did he believe he was going out of an airlock?
No, no. She says that he had been very dedicated to his work lately. that's why she doesn't think that he had fallen off the wagon.
Why don't you tell us
There
about
was hope. Like there was a big deal in the works that he was going to be, better off.
So tell us about your husband's work. What does he do and who does he work for exactly?
She says that he worked for best to describe it. He was basically in public relations for an entrepreneur.
Did we get a name, or just get an entrepreneur?
Yeah, it was. Let me get that.
I don't know if we specifically need the name, but like if it's a named person, that's a little bit different from her hiding it.
Yeah. No, she said he worked for a Reese Mueller. I'll put it in chat. Reese
Mueller.
Is someone doing case notes?
Yep, two of us.
All right. Someone's doing case notes. All right, doesn't mean.
Yeah, she said that he got the job fairly recently, but had impressed his boss pretty well, and things were looking up.
Have you noticed any unusual behavior at all in the last few weeks?
He was happier.
I think that was drugs.
Leon,
You say that out loud because, like,
No, I
okay.
don't. That would be rude.
If I need Fionn out of the room, could I order a pizza and then he'd have to go down to his car to make it?
Yeah.
you probably have like a fake pizza delivery thing set like 4 streets over, so you can just get rid of Fionn whenever you need to.
I don't know if it's that.
Just
bad.
deliver one pizza to the soup kitchen down the street.
Is
See, that's what
there?
you've done with your regular pizza delivery.
Yeah. Is there some sort of I'm trying to figure out the best way Fionn would phrase this, but generally the gist of it is, can we look through his stuff?
Yeah.
We go through his. Would it be
Phone,
all right if we did
computer.
a?
Yeah, like she gives you the address of their apartment and says, you're more than welcome to come by and look through his things and see what you can find.
You got some passwords too. People live half their lives online these days.
Did he share his passwords with you? Some people do, some people do.
And she says she has like access to all of his social media and everything like that. But as far as work
can
related
work off of
things,
that. A lot of people use the same passwords for everything.
you can see that she sort of takes a mental note there.
Yep.
Get the impression that she's gonna go home and change the password.
That's a good result. We'll figure it out. I think I say, well, Miss Hugante, I am sorry for your loss again. We will get started immediately on figuring out exactly what happened.
Was it your car?
Was it your car?
She says, no, it was a neighbor's car. It's just parked on the street.
Do you know the neighbor's name?
Yes, she does, and she pulls out what looks to be a court summons for the civil suit.
Are we sure this?
Your husband died on my car. Pay me back.
Are we sure this wasn't a elaborate like scam where this man is killed on their car and then they get insurance from the car?
Fionn, you probably recognize this for exactly what it is. There's a chip in these cars that when there's damage, it automatically generates a lawsuit for whatever damaged it. That's what the insurance does.
Oh my God. That's dark.
It's real dark.
Perfect.
Instead of complimentary breadsticks, it's lawsuits.
Well, what's great is I've actually worked in real life on an auto-generating PDF system for a different thing, so
It wouldn't be that hard. There's like a standard. It would be like the standard like deduction based on like the car, because cars already have a little computer in them now that tell you exactly what broke. It just reads that and tells you what's there. It's like, did airbags deploy?
It's the next logical step from that thing that was it Allstate or whatever. You plug it into your car and it gives you that safe driver discount.
It does. That goes off of speed. That goes off of speed. If you speed too much, it raises your rates.
Yeah, but this is just taking in more information, and
Yeah.
if there's damage to the car that senses that and sends it back to HQ, they generate a lawsuit. But HQ just writes in the names and send it along. You know.
That's horrifying. Okay.
So one last question that I've got for her is, Mrs. Ugante, you said that the narcotics were kind of a long-standing issue in here. Do you know where he was
Hobby.
getting them from?
Well, he used to. He used to get them from the bars that he frequented, but ever since we moved, he's been. We got out of that area, and she
Yeah.
basically she describes where they used to live. It's like on the border of the industrial district and what's called the rundown, which is where the slums are.
So it's relatively culturally normal. Used to live. To have
Yeah,
access to that.
yeah, it was easy access there, but like, dude got a job, cleaned himself up. They moved to the sort of the blue collar residential area.
Now they have a delivery guy.
Okay.
So it's interesting because now she's like, oh, I don't want to associate with you. So,
Well, did we ask
See how
her?
it is.
Is there anyone that would want to hurt her husband?
I think I would then ask her. Yeah. Any like close affiliations, friends,
We asked
family.
everything but the obvious.
Yeah, friends, family.
Does anyone else have a key to
people-
your apartment?
Yeah.
Well, you would know that any kind of corporate type business is pretty damn cutthroat. Murder is sort of pushing it, but
It's not unheard of.
it's definitely not unheard of. Ruining other people's lives is sort of a side effect of getting a deal done, in the corporate world. So anyone he was doing business with, a likely suspect with a decent motive, but that happens every day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He went full corpo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while we're having this conversation, Fiona pulls out their flip phone and starts texting Atari to ask to check to see if he has any for just following the narcotics thread. Remember, there's delivery services in this city. Just check to see if he has an app for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, as soon as you get it, he'd check is he
Yeah.
cheating on his wife? Is this
No,
happening?
you
Is this
think it's
happening?
a
He would
joke.
check everything.
Yeah.
The check.
Once again, these are things that already exist in California. There's already Uber
Yep.
Eats for weed. This
Yep,
is
there
not
is
a
here
new
too.
concept.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah.
That comes up on Atari's HUD. He just sort of gives you a.
But yeah, as far as that, they hadn't made many new friends where they'd moved, so she couldn't think of anybody that would have an issue with him. I mean, obviously they were associated with some rough people in the past.
any one of those who she'd kept in contact with?
No, it was sort of her that got them out of there, and she insisted that they cut all ties.
Anyone who was upset about that? Or...
I'd imagine his old dealers might have been a little upset. They had a constant stream of income when he was around.
Well, he couldn't have been their only buyer. Seems like a bit of a stretch to kill someone just because they left.
This is her just answering your questions and grasping at straws.
Yeah, it seems like she doesn't really know either. She just feels like it's not.
Were you
Yeah.
broke? On a scale 1 to 10, how broke are you? You spent all of your money on this new apartment, or
Oh no, they're living quite comfortably.
okay? So it's not that someone, not saying this happened, borrowed a bunch of money from some unscrupulous fellows, did not pay it back, and then was launched off the building to settle said debt. That didn't happen.
She you can see a tear welling up as you're like very bluntly talking
Yeah.
about her husband being thrown off a balcony.
I think now I pull the trigger and like order a pizza on my phone.
So, I got an appointment.
Then you just leave.
I leave.
Okay.
Yes, I have a pizza for shut the fuck up here.
So yeah, I think as soon as John leaves, says, Miss Hugante, you have our word. We will find out what happened to your husband. My only other question is, just in case, I don't think it will come up, why don't you tell us about your job? You said your husband worked inconsistently, so I imagine you are breadwinner.
Yes, she works at this is me not having that detail. No, she works at a flower shop. Selling
lucrative business flowers.
Yeah, like that.
Flowers are expensive now.
Nowadays, flowers are expensive. You know how hard it is to get them to survive the toxic.
Yeah, it's
toxic
like
fumes.
actual flower shop.
Yeah. Okay.
None
grocery
of those
place.
plastic synth flowers. You know, these are actually grown with dirt.
Oh, and manure.
I don't know if you need more.
If you ask her that
flowers.
question,
Oh.
she says that we really shouldn't go into that.
We call
Trade
it
secret.
fertilizer.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not at liberty to say what is in the
Yeah.
dirt or not in the dirt. That's a company secret.
Well, dirt's a
Okay.
regulated term.
It's a regulated term.
Oh, it is. It is now. Like, what is like the difference between dirt and sand and other like particulate matter is like they're terms with definitions.
Ryland, I think if that's all the questions that we have, Ryland will then want to, because of course he does, schedule when the best time for the team to come over and look around would be. Wants to make an appointment for us to show up at her apartment.
Yeah. She says that she's off work every day at around 6.
Okay.
Come by whenever.
6:30
she is
should be.
She is
good.
free for the rest of the day. She'll be going home straight
Today?
after this if you want to like follow her. You know.
I check with everyone else, sort of just give them a glance, and I say, I don't think we can communicate with player character glancing, so I think I say, we will talk about it and let you know as soon as we're coming over then, today.
Do you have a minivan we could all ride in?
She says she took a like a car service here, like an Uber type.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Cyberlift.
Cyberlift.
Cyberlift. Yep.
It's honestly just a car that pulls up. It's all automated.
Right, waiting for the pizza van to be available again.
It won't take too long. We'll just come back here straight away.
Yeah. So I think while I take this shutting detour, I did want to make a pass by the building.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if like the busted up car is still there.
Oh no, that's gone. You do see as you're driving past there is a flatbed there with a brand new car being loaded off onto the street. It's a really nice car.
I would like to park across the street and, and walk over and
This your car?
just wait around for the unloading and to see when the person comes out to like sign for it.
Oh yeah, that person's already there. It's a sort of a late 40s, early 50s, squat, balding guy. Yeah, they're unloading this primo ride. It's like cherry red life crisis car.
Yeah. As I walk over and I see this balding man signing for his car, I'm like, sweet ride. How'd you swing this one?
Force majeure. Gotta love it.
I don't know what that means, man.
Act of God. Some asshole fell onto my car and destroyed it.
You could have just pushed him, you know? I would have. You didn't need a almighty deity for that.
Oh, what? I didn't push him. What? Are you accusing me of pushing my neighbor onto my car?
I think
I
you
mean,
protest too much.
I wasn't before.
That's
I'm just
exactly what
saying.
someone who's guilty would say. That
I
they
was just
weren't.
saying, like, you don't need to wait for God to come in and fix your problems, man.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I deliver pizzas.
Okay, so why is the pizza guy giving me shit about my new car?
I just thought it was a cool car. I wanted to see how you came across such a cool red car.
You know, guy died, company cut a check.
Cool. I would like to roll investigation on this person.
Okay.
To just summarize this rambling
the-
conversation that will end in him
Sure.
leaving in frustration. To summarize that into a mechanical roll.
Yeah, definitely.
Player character notes here from the interview. Wasn't the person whose car they landed on named Miranda?
No, that was the
No,
woman.
Miranda was the
We don't know the name
wife.
of the person.
Wife is Miranda's the person who came to talk to us. Reese is the person who died.
No, Reese is
Giovanni
the guy
died.
who was working
Reese is his
with-
boss.
Reese
yeah.
is the boss. Okay.
I'm keeping note of all the technology stuff that I can fucks with, so. Which would be notes that Atari would actually keep track of. Like, he doesn't care about all that other stuff. He's like, what can I hack into? Where can I get information?
Yep. Okay, so we're rolling to investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start the tag.
I got
Yeah,
2
let's
so
shuffle
far. I
down.
got welcome everywhere and right place, right time. Like it makes sense that I'm here when
Yeah.
it's getting delivered.
Yep.
Got
Ooh,
6.
Ooh.
Yeah. Basically, you end up rambling and insulting this guy so much that he really thinks that you're accusing him of doing something nefarious to get this car. And he's gonna take a swing at you.
Oh. What a dick.
Yeah. So you can moves list up. You can face danger if you'd like, as he tries to throw a swing at you.
Yeah, I'll face danger.
Okay. So it's roll
Um,
plus power.
I'm trying to think what facing danger powers I have. I don't have many.
I mean, you could use your supernatural stuff to affect
Yeah.
the probability of the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would like.
So he didn't want to punch you, not really.
Yeah, I want to give him some bad luck. I'm gonna remove good fortune. He is not going to have a good time punching me.
Okay.
I don't know. This doesn't really.
Another person falls on his new car. Rexy's
That'd
Yeah.
be hilarious.
I'm gonna also. I don't know how, but can I tactically use ordering a pizza to activate company insurance?
No, company insurance doesn't insure you, just the car.
That makes sense. That's what I do as a stretch. I got 1 so far. Yeah, I'm gonna take his good luck as surprising me and turn it into my good luck, and that's my whole game. Just
That
kind
works.
of level, just try to tip things on my scale by making him less lucky, be a little bit more lucky, even exchange of of boons
Yeah.
as I
So
jump back and he
you're-
lunges forward.
Right now, you're risking black eye too, as he's trying to punch you in the face.
That seems fair. I'll accept this danger. I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7, so on a 7 to 9, you take the status, but with -1 tier. So he
Oh,
does he does you like veer off to the side, and he connects just slightly with you. So you do take swollen 1 as you get knocked in the cheek, and it swells up a little bit.
So this is a story tag for swollen face.
Yeah, it's a status.
Is there a tracking card for that, or I just?
Yeah, it's on your sheet.
Yep, if you scroll down. And I think
All right. Battery is juice.
Battery
Just a
juice.
story
Yeah,
tag.
the little plus briefcase
Okay.
is
Okay.
status.
Swollen eye 1. He clocks me. I kind of just like.
Yeah, he clocks you, and then he tries following it up, and you like move to the side, and he punches his car and dents it a little bit, and he's screaming at you now, and yeah, I mean the punch to the car made him not want to hit anything again because his fist now really hurts. But yeah, you can.
I flip out my phone and I take a picture of him, and then I go back to my pizza car.
World star, world star.
Oh, that was unsuccessful. That was unsuccessful. I drive back.
Meanwhile, back at the office.
Okay.
We're just sitting there in a conference room.
I think Miranda has now left, unless there's something else you wanted to say to her.
Yeah,
I
she.
presume we discussed payment and stuff off screen.
Yep.
And 3 of us are there. So, how do we want to handle this? Is there anything that we should do? We head over to the apartment, not to look at any social media. And that's not a suggestion. That is just flat out question.
I'm already on it as I'm staring at you, like with my goggles on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to look through social media, try and find both of them.
That's actually something that I'm interested in doing as well. So, yeah.
I do.
think
I
there's
share
a
my
whole,
screen
like-
with you.
You can spend help.
Nice.
Yeah, you can spend a help if one of you wants to help.
Yeah, sure.
Are you better at looking at social media than I am?
Tags? Would...
Oof.
Yeah, it depends on how you tag, how you build your pool for tags.
I could call maybe 2. It's not really hacking, but I've got some direct things for that.
Yeah, I'd be able to do like maybe 2.
And that's 3 with the help. So that's pretty good for a Powered by the Apocalypse roll. Like +3 is pretty good.
Yeah.
I will help you do it.
Sounds good.
So when I use a help point, do I just get rid of it on my end?
Yeah, basically, and what you're basically doing is using it to make a story tag of like your research, and you're giving it to her to like go over.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I do that.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna fiddle with 1 tag of social media presence, just being very familiar with these things, and 2nd, I think determined, just digging into every little nook and cranny.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we'll see if that works, and I guess we're doing an investigate.
Boom.
Ha! Well, that worked.
Nice.
Okay.
Great success.
All right.
So you've got 3 power, 3 clues from social media investigations.
Right, and we want to not mark that on this board thing somewhere.
Yep, I got you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the clue cards.
Yeah, it's one of these guys.
Yep.
Runs smoothly, no complications. All right, so in that case, is it just asking 3 clues of what we want to figure out here?
Yeah, basically you have 3 questions you can ask that could be answered by surfing the web through social media.
Sweet. Okay. A good first question is there more going on in this guy's life than we were told by his wife?
A little bit. Like, you do find, Giovanni's ether space page, basically. It confirms the things that Miranda told you, that he recently got a new job, things were looking good. There's some pictures of him sort of out partying with some people, but he's a PR officer, so maybe that's, what's going on there.
It didn't look like the same kind of parties, like everyone was dressed up better.
Well, he's wearing a suit in most of them, like the tie is pulled down a little bit. He looks a little loose, but it looks like he started the night in decent business attire. The people he's with look like, visiting businessmen, things like that. You do notice that some of the people he's with are a little rough looking.
Okay.
Like there's some like tattoos coming out underneath the clothes. There's some chrome that isn't necessarily corporate looking. Not really business issue, what upgrades.
No, do not caps lock party.
But yeah, it looks like he's just out like entertaining clients. Yeah, other than that,
I guess this was one we should have probably asked earlier. I'm not sure if we actually need to use a clue for it. We know he was working for an entrepreneur. Do we know what he was an entrepreneur, like what that business was for?
All we know is his name.
yep.
Ismi.
Yeah, and yeah, if you want to dig on him, the social media thing could get you a little bit of information there.
Yeah, no, what was this business that he was working in and how well is it going?
Okay, so Reese Mueller is the owner and proprietor of Electric Velvet. It's one of the better nightclubs in the city. And once you connect that, you look back at the pictures, all of those pictures seem to be in the same club.
Okay.
What was the nightclub called?
Electric Velvet.
Okay.
Okay. That's a.
And to me, it
That's
makes sense to save the last one here and see if anything else comes up, because this could be useful in the future.
Yeah, it's a fairly new club, higher end, does a good business. There's good ratings when you look at their ether rates.
Do we know what part of town that club is in?
It's just on the border of hang on, let me look at my map again. It's like on the border of the financial district on the outside toward the Mott district. So not far
What
from
district,
city
sorry?
center. So it's between the financial district and the Mott district. The Mott district is sort of residential, but middle class residential.
Mm-hmm.
Upper middle class.
Yeah.
And the financial district is like where the stock exchange is and all the banks and that kind of nonsense. So it's a good
Got
spot
it.
for attracting that richer clientele.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all of the clues spent, or is there one more?
There's one more, but you can hang on to it.
I think that hanging
If you
on
want to
to it might
reference
be a
back
good
to it.
idea. Yeah, just in case we get some other lead that might be
Yeah.
interesting. Good versatile.
Mhm. By the time you guys are done that, I'm sure, Fion, you can get back.
Yeah. Theon wanders back in, goes to the mini fridge, pulls out a mellow yellow, and sticks it to her face.
Yeah. I think when you do that, Rylan notices your eye. Says, Fion, what happened?
Asshole. He pulls out his phone and shows you the picture. This asshole.
And it's just like him rubbing his hand or something, because he's like,
Like mid yell.
yeah.
Yeah, you basically see a younger version of like Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace, just angry as shit. It's probably taken right in the middle of, you don't take my picture with that phone.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think looking at that, I was like, okay, well, we have a med kit, first aid kit, if you want anything.
I hold up the mellow yellow, and it just needs to be iced.
Okay, for sure. We'll be careful then. Be careful. Hang on a second. Where was your pizza delivery? I know that Rylan knows. He knows it's nowhere near that, or at least not that, like, not somewhere you just drive by. But he can't say it.
And I dropped off the pizza, and I took a detour on the way back, and there was this big red thing on a truck. And I stopped and I watched it, and then asshole punched me.
Is the red car in the background of the picture, or is he too close?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, the red car's in the background of the picture.
Nice fresh dent on the pockmark on the door.
Yep. Okay.
You know, generated automatic insurance.
Yep. Okay. Well, I think Rylan looks less alarmed now. Just like, well, okay. You're okay, then it's fine.
So, was there any reason for random strangers to be taking swings at you?
People are just mean. Like, I don't know what. No, I wasn't stabbing them or anything. It was just making conversation about the car. And he took offense to something. And he hit me.
I think
Snapped the picture.
I don't think Ryland needs to. Ryland can guess what that something might have been. Well,
Okay, I do have a question about Fion. Like, you've been working together on and off for 6 months or so. Is this out of the ordinary? Like, that you would come back with a shiner and just be like, some asshole hit me because I was talking to him?
Yeah, no, but just like the ramblings of someone who wasn't paying attention to what they were doing all day, and they're just trying to piece it together now in the conversation as normal.
I think the black eye might be rare. I don't think something.
Yeah,
like
it's
this.
less like getting hit, more like
getting kicked out of somewhere,
I
or
stole
just
the
like
pizza.
insulted, or
I got lost, and I need someone to come find me so I can make my way.
Yeah, I don't know where I am.
I'm stuck in some building.
Open. I think. What happened? Oh well, we'll see how it goes.
Kidnap the pizza guy.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
Take the guy hostage.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys do now? Armed with a little bit of information?
I think it's time to take a look around the apartment.
All right.
Before the apartment, do we want to hit the nightclub before it actually starts being a
Ooh,
nightclub?
let's go clubbing.
Well, the nightclub will open
Yep.
tonight, so we want to
Yep,
hit the apartment.
Let's go
Exactly,
clubbing.
Getting the boss before he is too busy for us.
We got.
Bad idea.
We can't just show up to that place.
Gotta dress
Nightclubs
up.
are exclusive. Someone has to be on the inside and then order a pizza. and then we can get into the club.
I was literally about to say we just order a pizza to the club.
Because they never stop the pizza guy.
Are all of us going to be pizza guys then?
Why don't you go in with the pizza and let us in the side door?
I don't know if the building has a side door.
Every building has a side door.
I think
I mean,
I
this
can
one
fit in the
doesn't.
front. I'm not sure about the rest of you.
Well, you got that snazzy coat, and you got that hole. And that's pretty cool, right?
I don't
Not
think we
to
want
a
to get in
nightclub.
that way.
You know what? You guys go check out the apartment if you want to. I can go to the nightclub. Just try to meet with Reese, just face to face. This is open. Just talk.
Wait, I didn't think... Was the nightclub the entrepreneur?
Yes.
No.
We all slowly shake our
I thought these were independent variables. I thought there was an entrepreneur, and then there was a nightclub where they went to party after work.
Okay, no, he works at the night, so his party is his work.
And we're sure he was clean?
No,
Actually, I think we're
no,
sure
we
he
are
wasn't
not.
clean.
What if we split up? I will go with Nicole and Fion. You go with Rylan.
So we're going to the nightclub.
You two go to the nightclub.
First, we're going to the mall. We gotta hit up Sears.
No, you two go to the nightclub.
I already have a suit, Fion. I don't think, as you said, you're a pizza guy. You have what you need.
But I can get a suit too, and it'll be very classy.
Will be. But I think your pizza outfit is already better than any suit.
I'll just borrow one of yours.
What they say on floor 13 of my block is pizza's better than a suit.
Okay, you can borrow
Here's
one of mine.
All right. I'm already going to your closet, and I just put it on over the hoodie.
No, you
Here's
don't.
a
You're gonna
question
poke.
around the powers that we've been getting here at this point. How familiar are we with these things?
Enough to use them.
Because if he's spending all this time talking about a suit, I might as well just make one.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Yeah, you could do that instead of just like
Okay,
as I-
yeah.
Bibbity bobbity boo.
If you'd like to do that, you may change the game.
Ooh, give me a magic detective suit.
Still has the pizza logo on it.
You could use my hemp hoodie as the base fabric instead of like.
Part of me as
Oh.
a player likes the idea that this suit, because your skills have gotten better over time, is nicer than my suit. Even though I'm the one known for having a nice suit.
Yes, but I think also that because no one gave me any sense of direction, like this suit is
Oh,
nice, it is bright white, it is
flashy.
it's a nice suit, but it's just
I was thinking you retailer my hoodie.
like your pizza logo is on the back of this suit in rhinestones.
Okay, that's fine. That's more. I'm on board now. You were losing me before, but now I'm with it.
Okay, that's not a weakness. That is going to be okay. I think I only have one tick here, but well, let's give it a shot. And change the game.
9. All right. So yeah, you basically you have enough juice there to create a story tag of, pizzarachi suit.
Absolutely. Okay, and
Right.
yeah, just a 9 is straight. Sorry, as I try and figure out these rules.
So what are we
Yeah.
calling this suit for my investigation of the nightclub?
Nicer suit.
I'm calling it the pizzarachi suit because it's got the
Yes.
pizza logo and rhinestones on the back.
Absolutely, that is the name.
How are we?
Right.
I don't know how to spell pizzarachi, but I'm gonna make a guess.
There's a tag up here for it.
Yeah, up here.
Oh, cool. We'll use that one, right?
A pizzarachi suit. Stylish, delicious.
Stylish and delicious. Yes.
Hey, if you want something customed not to my taste, you have to tell me first.
That's fair.
That's fine. This is okay. This is great.
And it has a power of 1. There
Yep.
you go.
Which is great because it means I'll use it on one roll, and that's the
Then
use
no
of the
one-
suit anyway. One
Yeah.
roll in the club, they get a +1 on it.
Yep. So, do we want to start with us going to the club, or are you guys going to the apartment?
I think we could do someone else going to the apartment, like the two of them go to the apartment. Because you're right, it is first in the day.
Yeah.
Sure.
We can flip back and forth.
Yeah.
It will happen like simultaneously.
Yep.
Yeah.
We probably you'd think we'd be faster in the pizza car than taking public transit, except I think
We had a
Finn gets
delivery on the way.
On the way, yeah.
There's a delivery on the way.
And then you show up in your nice, like, awesome suit for the
Yeah, I
delivery.
wear the suit to the delivery. By the time we get to the
time you
club,
actually
there's
get to the club, you're wondering exactly how rumpled and
there's like breadsticks sticking out of the pocket when I get to the club.
So yeah, we see the bus roll away outside this high-rise apartment building, leaving Nicole and Atari standing there in front of the stoop.
I have my wolf cloak up.
The
do we just go
apartment's
up?
on the 32nd floor.
She said there were cameras around here. Like, hands in my pockets, looking around. Like, where would those cameras be that would catch that?
All right, you want to look around and see if you can spot some cameras?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't there? Oh no, it's for.
Actually, I'm just going to tell you that, looking around, you do see that there are several like street level cameras, things like that. They're mostly pointed at the doors of the surrounding buildings, for security. Nothing really pointed up that far. But there do seem to be a couple of cameras that would have caught the front of the building at least. On the neighboring buildings and street poles, things like that.
Okay. So at least I'd be able to tell if I could get footage who went in, who came out.
Yeah.
But it's a big
Okay.
building, so there'd be a time.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm gonna see about getting the camera work done. If you want to meet me back up in the apartment, maybe you can poke around there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Juices. I'm just gonna go find someone either like will give me the cameras or I will hack into them.
Hey, you just like sit next to a street box and like shove your arm in it and pretend like no one notices you for a couple minutes.
Yeah. First, I'll ask because working here, I've learned I need to ask first and take it when they say no eventually.
Yeah. Then you can prove that you had no other choice.
Yeah.
All right. So trying to figure out the best move for that. It's really for this, I sort of want to say it's a change the game as you're going around like asking people. Basically, it's create or acquire a useful object.
Yeah, it's a series of it's like a series of 2 tests. One for change the game. If successful, there's someone who's going to give you the footage, and if unsuccessful, you roll. And then either way, success or fail on the change the game, you roll the investigate to get the camera data.
Yeah.
I think. So, is it obvious when you use your like magical power?
I mean, it's explicitly not.
The
to
werewolf
sleep.
Possible to make it
when you
obvious,
do
yeah.
werewolf powers.
Yeah, just like try to intimidate them. Like pick my teeth, like stuff like that. I want them to be afraid of me, even though I'm like 5'4".
Actually, for this, if you're going around talking to people, maybe it is just a broad convince. If you're gonna like actually threaten people to do it.
Sure, we'll go with that because that makes it easier.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I guess it's just like the front desk person that would have access to cameras.
But like
Yeah,
in every building
we're
around
basically
here.
like montaging you going in and talking to like whoever the doormen, the front desk people, security room people, you know.
Got it. Okay. I will, I guess, use more beast than man of my wolf cloak. I don't think we've hit savage yet. This is definitely me picking my battles. And I mean, it just looks like a fur coat. I don't know if that would count. I don't know when I would ever use that tag. Does
When
the
it's
fur
cold?
coat make me intimidating?
When it's cold out,
Because
fighting an ice villain. When you're fighting an ice villain, you click fur coat.
Because the question, I think it was like, what makes
it
your
look-
relic, like, what does it look like?
Yeah, it's the descriptor one. Like I have one that's Pizza Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's applicable. I don't think wearing a fur coat is explicitly threatening.
Filled with rage. There we go.
Filled with rage.
You're just mad walking around to all these people like, do you have the camera information? Someone please give me the camera information.
I will take my weakness tag of anger issues though, because I might push it. They might just kick me out of the building. Okay, so this is just like a big convince. I'm gonna click the button. Hey,
13. Okay.
and then I mark attention on the thing that I clicked the weakness tag from, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
So basically how that works is you're basically threatening to give them a status. Are you threatening physical harm to these people? Like, describe how you're going about doing this.
I think he's going about doing it like, hey, I'm from this detective agency. I really need access to the cameras. It'd be a shame if I have to come back here with, I don't know, like a warrant or like basically threatening, like, I'm gonna come back here again and I'm not gonna be as nice this time.
I'm gonna make your day worse.
Yeah.
Okay, and just
he never like
through your presence of being intimidating, you're being like, you know, don't make me have to come back here angry.
Yeah.
So yeah, eventually you do get the door slammed in your face a couple times, which sort of like gets the blood pumping, and you do finally come to one building that does have a decent view of the outside, and the guy just breaks, right? He's like, I don't want any trouble with the law. I don't want any trouble with you. We saw what happened over there. We already gave a copy of this to police, but here's, and he runs you off another copy on a data chip and hands it over to you. And here's everything we have.
Thank you. Just leave.
That's probably also something I.
Yeah, he's like, you're welcome.
Okay, remember
Please
to say
leave.
thank you.
Like,
yeah. So I have that footage. I'll go over when I get up in the apartment.
Okay. Meanwhile, Nicole, what were you up to?
Yeah, so Nicole's heading up to the apartment, and they've been given or permission to be up there and whatnot. So she's, I guess, making small talk, coming up with any other questions that might be pertinent, and let's see. Basically, just kind of looking around the place, trying to talk to okay, and what were the police looking into, and
You get the impression from Miranda, after she like leads you in and and everything, that the police basically close this case as fast as they could. Now, it's obvious the guy fell from a high height. There was no obvious
Open and
signs
shut,
of breaking
didn't
and entering. He was in there alone, therefore he must have killed himself. There is no other alternative explanation for these facts.
Let's make it nice and easy. Okay. If I know that there's a balcony, and I'm assuming there's a door to the balcony, one of the things I want to pull out is I guess, a fingerprinting kit, a blush kit, and
Mhm.
see if I can't find. Hey, was there anyone else around here opening this door, messing with her, aside from you and him?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to investigate using some of your tools there, you're more than welcome.
Sweet.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna CSI the apartment a bit.
Am I going to what now?
Yeah, both like
You're gonna
CSI.
CSI the apartment.
CSIing the apartment. One of the things that I probably also did was, let's just touch up the makeup here a little bit, and
Yeah, instead of like the black fingerprint though, it's like your blush kit, so it's all like pink fingers and smudges all over the apartment.
with the blush kit, absolutely. But I'm just also touching up my makeup there to
Oh yeah,
basically
yeah, it's the same kid.
Yep.
put on some mascara and record some stuff. Basically, if we come back here
Rainbow
around, we'll see if we're
fingerprints
making a
everywhere.
difference.
That'd be great.
All right, so portable tech trinkets, innocuous appearance. We'll go with that and see how this thing rolls. Did I find the right button this time? I did.
You
Lovely.
did. All right. So with a 10, that's 2 clues that you pull out from.
So I think the first obvious question is, has there been anyone else around here aside from, like, can I get a list of the people who've been around this apartment aside from her husband?
Yeah, you do get a third set of fingerprints that you find. Now, based on everything you've talked with Miranda about, they're the only two that have been in this apartment since they moved in a couple months back. You know, they haven't really made any friends, haven't invited anybody over. The apartment seems pretty clean. But yeah, you do find another set of fingerprints on the outside of the balcony door.
Okay.
There's a couple on the walls. And what were the tags you used?
Innocuous appearance and
Portable tech trinkets.
portable tech trinkets, yeah.
Yeah, looking around, you find some other things. It seems there's a couple of small holes that were recently plastered on one of the walls.
Like
Okay.
12mm holes, 22mm holes.
Like 9mm holes.
Like 9mm holes.
Seems like a thing she should have told us about.
Yeah, a couple of other things lead you to believe that there may have been a struggle here at some point.
Okay.
Just where the fingerprints are on the walls and everything, they're,
The third
other-
set on the outside balcony door handle is the biggest tell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only
Are
two
we?
people.
Are we? Is it Spider-Man? Are we fighting Spider-Man?
Spider-Man with a gun.
Yeah, gun Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
So I guess I'll
Noir.
continue on with the, tactless questionings and ask, have you been on good terms lately?
Yeah. She
Just
says that
between the two of us, any
everything's been good so far. Aside from him falling to his death. But yeah, this entire thing was a surprise to her. Like, there was no indication of anything gone wrong.
Here's a question. Can I find the narcotics stash and basically figure out how much of it is left, or if there's going to be
Ooh, yes. It's a
So,
good.
waiting to be talked
Looking,
to?
another thing that your investigation of the apartment does reveal is a false bottom in one of the drawers Giovanni's office. Has a cloth case that you pull out and open it up, and it's got several vials, and a mostly empty pill bottle.
Okay.
And looking at the pills, they are stamped with BL-155.
Oh, so they're not like these are manufactured pills. These are not homegrown pills with like Hello Kitty stamped on them.
I
It's
mean,
okay. The drugs he's on are legal.
Well, they're made in a lab at least.
True.
given that this is the cyberpunk future, bathtub crank, we've technologied our way out of that one, and pill presses you can probably get pretty cheap.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've got a couple of questions for her about that. Like, is this the regular amount? What do you know about this? But I'm quite happy to wait until Bark is finished up and joins.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd eventually come in with basically like a USB stick, and I got the footage.
Yeah,
And
do
I've got
you
this.
take the time to review the footage?
I'd probably see what
There's a 32-story elevator right up.
If they have nothing else to actually ask her, I'm good to scoot back to the office at this point.
Well, I would ask what you would find in the apartment if you say there's fingerprints on the outside. Then I try to scrub through to see, basically try to cut off all the fat of the security footage I got and just focus on okay, here's where he hit the car. Let's go back from there, see if we see anything coming from the.
That's like that's an in the office style of
Yeah.
investigation. You don't have to do that in her living room.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would just want to check the computer.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
a quick, bug sweep. Check the home computer.
Would his home computer have like a camera, like a webcam?
Yeah, they're pretty standard.
Okay. Does he have a cover on his webcam?
Yes, also standard.
Damn. Does it have a microphone?
Yes.
Okay. I want to attempt to hack into his computer, use the microphone, which in the cyberpunk future is probably always on.
Mm-hmm. Feeding data directly to the advertisers.
Yeah, I don't think that's just the cyberpunk future. That's often
cyberpunk future.
Just put this over here.
I have an Amazon Alexa.
How many Alexas are in your home?
I got one as a gift. It has not left the box for that reason.
I tell her, I say, she who shall not be named, so she doesn't go off.
Yeah.
I have Google. It's harder to run into the Google one because there's a word before that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So I want to try and scrub the computer for any files that he might have hidden, or the audio from around the time timestamped with the footage of before he falls.
Yeah, Miranda makes this easy and hands you the laptop. You can just have it.
Oh, okay. I can just do it later.
Yeah.
Do you have stickers on it? Is he
Yeah,
professional, or does
it's
he have stickers?
Pretty new looking. The splash screen is the logo for Electric Velvet, like it's a corporate,
Oh, it's his company laptop he brings home.
Yeah.
Atari holds it like this.
Yeah. Corporate nightclub.
It hasn't been customized at all. The keyboard doesn't even light up.
This isn't even overclocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guess I'll just take that and we could go back to the office.
Nicole also asks if she can have, the case of files so we can look into this stuff.
Yeah. Miranda's more than willing to give you whatever you need to get this investigation along.
Do you tell her what's in the case?
Yeah, probably, because I wanted to know what she knew of it, and does this seem typical for, what's your husband, your husband's been doing in the past, or...
She does.
Truck of choice?
She does like pull one of the vials, and it's basically the equivalent of methadone. It was what he used to get clean.
Okay.
Okay. Cybermethadone.
Did she look surprised? I mean, vial isn't.
I mean, she knows what that vial is. The pills, however, are news to her. Has no idea what they are.
Okay. Yeah. Grab the stuff, scoot back.
Can still make the 3 o'clock bus.
Sounds good.
Yeah, just
Yeah. As you walk back out to the bus, yeah, you do notice like there's an old man there going out to his car. His nice cherry red car.
I'm
As he's
assuming
walking,
he's this old man. He has the suction cup tool that you can like. It's like the series of 3 suction cups, and one of them pillars out, so you can try to get dents
yeah,
out with it.
that's what he's going out there with. He's got like that and some water in a bucket with some soap, and he's like gonna go like take care of his car. But you notice he like trips and like water splashes everywhere. He drops the bucket and he gets all pissed off. Looks back at this like gnarly crack in the sidewalk and says, "Goddamn earthquakes!" and just picks everything up.
Nicole nudges Atari and is like, "Hey, isn't that the person like the photo that?"
Don't think about it.
Showed-
Just move along. It's not our problem.
And she shrugs and heads to the bus stop. Avoiding confrontation. Yeah, fair enough.
Listen, Atari either does no confrontation or goes way hard on confrontation.
Yeah.
It's the way between. If he goes to approach that old man man is either dead or he's not gonna be found.
Fight or flight.
Yeah, between those two options.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town,
Yep.
Pull it up to the valet.
Yeah, I think the pizza truck, the pizza
The
van.
pizza car pulls up to the valet.
Just imagine the Pizza
There's-
Planet truck.
And then
like,
yeah,
every
are
time.
you
you just lean
are
out
you
your
going
white
during
suit.
business hours?
Yeah.
Well,
Or
nightclub
is it
business
like-
hours, so I think before the
Oh,
ride.
like opening,
I-
not like when it peaks, but like where we're here at doors when they're
Yeah, 'cause
before
the
it
place
fills up.
probably opens at like 8 or 9. Like
Yeah,
Yeah, so we'd
it
probably go
opens
at
at like
6.
8 or 9 and like picks up 10 or 11. So we're there before it really fills out, but like
Okay. Ryland wanted to get there earlier, but then the deliveries happened.
okay.
deliveries
yeah, there-
happened, and it's easier to get them when they're open.
So there is a valet that like takes your pizza car, just looks at you very funny.
So like it's a push start. You got this.
Do you tell him like, oh, if anything happens to it, don't worry, it's fine.
No, I just like when the valet reaches for keys. I'm like, don't worry, it's a push start. I just gotta leave it running. It's like, get out.
Yeah, yeah. The valet takes your car, like drives it around back to the parking garage.
Yeah,
And-
I have pulled out from some bag a kind of off-white pair of linen pants, like baggy linen pants, and I'm just wearing those like Birkenstock sandals, like leather ones, and the sequined jacket without like a shirt on under it, because that's my club outfit for this mission.
Okay then. And yeah, there's no line yet. It's too early, but there is a bouncer, actually 2 bouncers standing there at the door. One of them very big, tight black shirt, tight pants, very muscular, shaved head, got a little bit of a chrome streak going down one side of the top of his bald head. The other one is business casual dressed female, like sort of shorter skirt, very very good looking. She's there with a clipboard, looking. She's got glasses on. She's looking down the names that are supposed to be coming in today, and she looks up at you as you approach and says, looks at Fionn and says, "You're not getting in here looking like that."
And I look and I immediately take offense, but I like my jacket and it's like, but got business inside, lady.
She
Rylan,
points at a sign that says "No shirt, no shoes, no service."
Ryland
Turn around, I'm
starts.
like, Ryland?
Yeah. I'm Ryland. This is Fionn. We are just here on some business. We were hoping to speak with Mr. Mueller if he's available. If we can't come in, we could wait out here and he could step outside. It's about Giovanni.
Oh, poor Johnny. I'll see if I'll see if Reese is available. And like she touches her ear and you can see there's like a little Bluetooth thing there. She talks into it for a second and says, "Go on in. Boss is upstairs."
Thank you very much.
Hi.
And,
I follow Ryland in.
Yeah, we step inside. I think
Yeah,
the first thing to do, we look around when we step in.
We look around.
Yeah. So walking in is a flight of steps leading down. Everything, like the walls are covered in a plush red velvet. And the handrails are neon tubes.
Fion's not using the hand.
Pulsing with like red light, like it's the only thing illuminating
The walkway.
Yeah.
It's these horrifying handrails. Fion's rubbing their hand along the velvet wall the whole time we're in this hallway. Just.
Yeah, I think you said she's upstairs though. She said.
Yeah. So you go down the stairs. There's like a little coat check room, with an attendant sitting in there, and then that leads out into the very empty but very loud nightclub. There are a bunch of tables strewed around, some little private cubbies in the sides, large dance floor. The smoke machines have like misted everything up in the center. There's lights going. Really, it's just sound check time right now. You can see the bar backs are just getting everything set up. The DJ's going through his checklist and everything. Yeah, and there is a door like on the far back wall that leads up to. You can see like, you're now 2 stories down, and if you look up, you can see an office with one-way glass that sort of looks out over top of the bar down onto the dance floor, and then the DJ in front of that, or behind that, rather.
Okay. I think Ryland might just head straight over towards the office.
Yeah, if you're heading towards the office, Fion's gonna get lost in the neon maze that is this club. Yeah, that seems fair. I don't need to talk to the boss. I can do the CI stuff.
I think we'll stick with me then first.
Yeah.
I head up the 2 flights of stairs, and then there's like a quick, friendly, like polite double tap knock. Hey, if the door's closed, there might be just someone in front.
No, there's no one standing there. Quick double tap there. You hear some shuffling inside, and then steps coming towards the door. Heavy footfalls, very heavy. And you hear the door unlatch and open, and starts opening up, and you think the room is dark inside, but then you realize that you're staring at the black suit of a very large guy.
Okay, like the non-caricatured version of Miles Morales' Kingpin.
Yeah, like very large.
Okay.
Big
He looks
dude
at you,
behind that door.
looks at you and says, "Can I help you?"
Only for a moment is Rylan taken aback, and then he smiles his classic smile. Says, yes, Mr. Weller, my name is Ryland. I heard about the death of Giovanni and if it's okay, can I ask you a few questions about it?
Mind if I ask why?
His wife, Miranda, is grieving, and the police think it's a suicide, but she isn't convinced, so just tying up loose ends.
I see. Well, come on in. If it's it'll help Miranda out, I guess we'll yeah, I
Thank
can
you.
answer a couple of questions.
Appreciate it. And when I first step in, I think I want to get a sense of who this guy is. I think that Ryland is going to. Maybe this was something he might in the pizza car, but I think because he needs, has probably literally a pill bottle with little metal balls in it.
Not like a Pez dispenser.
I think it's literally like a vitamin bottle, basically.
Okay. You have like iron shavings and capsules.
Exactly. So he'll take a ball bearing and literally swallow every day on when his like timer goes off.
Okay. So you gotta size him up?
I think I want to size him up. Like, yeah, how good of a person is
Sure.
is my good and evil. Perfectly straightforward in a noir setting.
Yes.
Now, there's an interesting way we could do this. You could look beyond the mist to try to get this answer.
Ooh.
So when you reach inside to get in touch with your mythos, you can feel the truth behind things without even knowing how. So if it's sort of like you're acting on impulse to do this, you would roll with plus how many mythos you have instead of using power tags specifically for this.
I am tempted to.
Yeah, it's sort of, if you want to rely on sort of the instinct rather than actively doing it, if it's something that Ryland just like knee jerks into instinctively.
Then I think let's do that. We'll use that. So I don't have a roll automatic.
It's just a power equals however many mythos cards you have.
Okay.
Power of one investigate, basically.
Investigate?
Yeah, it works just like investigate. It's just.
Okay, I got an 11.
Nice. So yeah, spend your clues 1 to 1.
Okay. So, I think I will ask the only question that makes sense with this. If it was to be simplified to a binary good bad, what side would this guy fall on?
Bad. Yeah, you instinct like you feel something inside yourself recoil. Basically.
I think
when you're met with his presence.
Like it's all about most of his powers are tied to his eyes, and so people look more like sick, very slightly sickly, or like ghoulish or slightly monstrous in ways that could still be ascertained as human. To him.
Yeah, so. when you're looking at him, he seems a lot bigger than he even is. Like he seems to take up more of the room
with a bigger presence.
With this like looming personality. And you get the sense of like, I don't know, loose skin around him, like wrinkles and
Yeah. Okay. So I think Ryland just gets that sense and gets that unease, but tries to like bottle it up. He doesn't. He is aware that he can do that, but it wasn't conscious really for him. So he's all right. I'm just gonna set that to the side now and be a professional. Bad people still can be good people. So yeah, he sits down to says, so why don't you tell me about Giovanni? How long has he worked here for?
Couple of months now. Sort of a diamond in the rough, that guy.
Oh, how so?
Well, he's got a hell of a way with people.
I was wondering
I
about
should
that.
say he had.
Yeah. I was wondering about that because I am not familiar with how nightclubs work. Correct me if I'm. Is public relations a common thing for them to normally employ?
Yeah.
At least in the
Well,
same way.
Yeah, we have people here in the club that ensure that certain guests have a good time. And
Okay.
with Giovanni there was always a certain chemistry.
He worked the past. Is that right?
No, he had the night off that night.
When did you last see him? I imagine he probably works the night before then.
Yeah, probably, 7 or 8 in the morning. The day that he passed, I saw him.
That early? Or you like I
That's when we,
close?
closed down and everything.
Okay.
Weird hours we keep around here.
That's fine. I just am not that familiar. Gives a awkward smile. Was Giovanni acting unusual in any way, out of the ordinary, when you last saw him, or recently in general?
He's a pretty happy guy. I mean, he's real grateful about the job.
I heard he got a new deal, or was going to close a new deal. Did he manage that, or how did that go?
Oh, sort of work in progress. I think it'll go through without him, but we just got to tie up a couple loose ends.
I can't think of any other questions, but I think Ryland might know better than me for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I might question him.
Yeah.
I know a question you could ask him.
Oh,
Is there anyone that would be your competition that would want him dead because of that deal? Right? Like, get rid of the guy who made the deal. Maybe the deal falls through, right?
mm-hmm.
So you do an investigation roll.
I think I'll do an investigation roll. I think Ryland might think of that, but he wouldn't ask that directly to his face.
Mm.
Especially with what he said about the deal, like it might go through anyways. So it wasn't like this guy was that critical.
He
to
wasn't
it.
like a keystone part of the deal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
something else.
Yeah. Do that roll. It's cool if we do the short break after.
Yep.
Do that
Yep.
roll though. Cool.
We'll go with I think eyes wide open. Does good intentions help here, or does he not care?
I mean, no.
Okay. Nice suit.
Yeah. Like one of the things you do notice around the office is that Reese lives for Flash, right? Like
Okay.
his desk is like this polished onyx, and it's got like
Yeah.
a holographic computer display on it. Everything is like top of the line, So he appreciates a good presentation.
He doesn't care about good intentions. I have this is my own honest. I want to be. I think if that can work, I will tag that. Solve this through the standard. I don't think that's relevant for this. He's not wants to do a good job. Yeah. And then my last one, I think, possibly city-wise, if there's anything I might have heard about this nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
Through the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $14.
Nice.
Wow.
Cool.
So yeah, 3 clues.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll take a break now, and I will ask them when we're back.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you, everyone, for watching. See, you can all think about what questions I should ask.
Yeah.
Bye. You're back. Jordan, your camera's freaking out, but we're back.
It is?
Your webcam.
Yes. Your chair is part of your face.
How was my chair part of my face?
Because the clipping from your program.
If I stand very still.
And you're fine.
And you're fine. Yeah, don't move and it works.
Stay like that for the next 2 hours.
Okay. So, looking at the stream when that happened, it's my fan.
Ah.
It was my wait. There it goes.
Oh,
That
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a similar enough color that it thinks it's part of it.
I will just block my fan with my head.
Okay.
No,
So-
you're gonna have to dye your hair and change your.
Or you could just get a big green sheet and staple it to the ceiling of your room.
Mhm.
I mean, I could. That would be kind of a pain in the ass.
It could be a solution.
It is a solution. We'll put it at solution F.
Yeah. You can also get
Alright.
one of those teacher pull-down maps, but get it for a green screen.
There's not enough room between my bed and my desk for that.
No, one that
I-
hangs from the ceiling, like the octagonal box that has like 4 or 5 charts in it.
Mhm.
Just mounted
Yeah,
awkwardly in the
still
middle.
Not enough. Where I'm sitting, I can touch my bed.
Mm.
This right.
I
Hold on.
kind of see it. Okay, yes, I see it. Okay.
So before we went to commercial break, Ryland and Reese were having a conversation.
Yep.
And you were probing him for some information.
Yeah, I think I asked him just like basic things about like employment in the nightclub, and I think a lot of it between Eyes Wide Open and Citywise. I think a part of my questions will be half reading between the lines than directly about what he's saying.
You don't mention, are there like mafia people that come in? You mentioned specific members of the community or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So, my first question is, how sad is Reese that Giovanni is actually dead? Like, how sad is he actually? Is he just pretending to be sad or obligated grief?
You can tell that Giovanni being dead has utterly screwed him.
Okay. So he has strong incentive not to have killed him. You think? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as a bonus, I'll tack onto that because you're sort of trying to read between the lines. You can also tell that Reese is full of shit.
What do you mean?
So that
in
deal
general?
probably is gonna fall through.
No, like most of the things that he's talked about with you and Giovanni, you get the impression that you're being led astray.
Mm-hmm. Like, we're fine. It's fine.
It's no big deal.
Okay.
Well, like you talk to him about like Giovanni's functions and like what he did for the club, things like that, and you get pretty bland answers as far as that goes.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the impression that you're being lied to about 90% of the time he opens his mouth.
Yeah, I figured. So I think then Ryland isn't great at this, but he's trying to, which is why I'm trying to ask questions that he'd be able to figure out without them being too straightforward questions or too obvious. I think he wants to figure out. I mean, who did Giovanni work closest with, other than like if it wasn't Reese? Because
the bartenders.
Bartenders, okay. So
Yeah, mostly the bartenders. Some of the girls that the club employs that actually do the PR stuff, because like clubs will employ good-looking women to do the things that they said Giovanni was doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're
Right.
ringers. They're people that are
Yeah.
attractive, that know how to party, that are good at
Yeah.
talking to people, and they just wander around making the club seem better. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a better class of people here because they paid for a better class of people to hang out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like those girls that seem like they might end up sleeping with you if you just buy 2 more bottles, like those are the people that they employ.
And my last question then, I think Ryland name drops like just when talking about general club business, like, oh yeah, he wouldn't have heard specific things about any other clubs, but when he mentions that the club's doing well, Ryland is like, yeah, no, that's good. I heard that like this other club must be jealous, is probably what he says. I think my question with that clue is, who's their biggest competition? Who's their rival?
Rival on the club scene would be a place called Crimson Hearts.
Okay.
Run by a woman named Lila Harris.
Okay. So I don't know if he brings it up or if I bring up a different one. Yeah. That's what I find out. Other than the basic talking to. So I thank him for his time. And because of course he'll see if I do, because of the window. I say, is it okay if I ask around just some people who might have known him well?
He says, as long as you're not getting in the way of doing business, I don't, do what you do.
Respect business. I'd never do that. Yeah, and he like happily thanks him for his time. Just goes back downstairs to what Fionn managed to get himself up to.
Like, there's an audible sigh. It's like, and to the dysfunctional part of the duo, I am wandering around the club trying to score some grass.
Okay.
There's an actual purpose. I'm trying to have an innocuous thing where I'm wandering around so they're not like, oh, what are you doing? Asking about who sells drugs in the club and stuff. I'm really trying to find the person that made these, like, because I'm assuming we got some sort of text briefing when we say, all right, we're almost
If
at the
we had
club.
arrived later, we might have gotten a picture.
Yeah, we got like a picture of the pills. Like, these are what he had. See if you could find, like, where these came from or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm wandering around under the pretense of trying to find some grass, trying to find the person who has these.
Okay. And it sounds like an investigate roll. Is there something better that would fit here?
Change the game to find the person, maybe?
Yeah, changing the game to find an ally.
Sure. Yeah. Right, yeah, I'll do that one. I'll change the game to try to find someone who I can talk to about the drug scene at this club, to find what's been going on that has obviously become a bigger purpose here.
I'm almost wondering if this also might be a take the risk because you're just wandering around asking for illegal drugs.
How illegal
Is it
grass?
illegal?
How illegal is? All right, that's a good
In the
question.
cyberpunk
How
future.
illegal is or where? What is the state of legality of drugs in this city? That is something we would know, and
I mean,
really colors how this investigation
Okay.
goes.
yeah,
No matter what, it will be illegal to buy it from a random dealer.
Yeah, but is there if there's something? That's why I propositioned it with like looking for grass, something innocuous that is less illegal that I am asking for. That people are more willing to be like yes or no.
right. Yeah. Basically, public intoxication is always illegal. Being an asshole, like if the cops find drugs on you, that's another charge they hit you with. But really, they don't care.
So it's not like
You
a
know.
primary charge. Is kind of where it
Yeah.
stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something else they can jam you up on. It's leverage.
Yeah, it's not a primary offense. Okay. So yeah, I'm wandering around and just talking to people, trying to see if I can find some grass on a roll.
Yeah.
So I got right place, right time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm welcome everywhere. And I am snazzy as hell with my rhinestone pizza jacket.
All right. Yeah.
What did we say this was? Take a risk? Or
I mean,
change the game?
it could be change the game, could be take a risk. Yeah, basically with change the game, you're gonna create a story tag for like the person. You
That's
will
what
make that person a named thing.
That's what I want. That's the one I want.
Okay.
I want to change the game with this. I roll an 8.
With an 8. Okay. So yeah, you have 2 juice to create story tags with. Sorry, I'm still getting used to how all of these moves work, so I just wanted to read through the thing fast.
So is it just create a story tag with power 2?
You can. Yep. Let me check.
Could you create
yeah.
the story tag and then give them a status of like guilty?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can give them a status of friendly, to make interacting with them easier.
Yeah, I wanna create the story tag for like someone who's not technically employed by the club, but is required to leave a $500 tip at the end of the night.
Mm,
Okay.
mhm.
It's we'll
Like
let you get to sell.
that
This is
co-
your turf. The drug is the nightclub's their turf.
Yeah, and as recompense for them not calling the cops on them, they're required to leave this large tip at the end of the night. So it falls for tax reasons, but also there's plausible deniability in case they do get busted. It's like, oh, we don't allow this. Like that kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a guy named Pan.
Yeah, and the status, because it's gonna be a power 1 for the story tag, and then status on this person, and it's trying to liquidate.
Okay. Fire sale.
It's
Got a
because
status of
they
fire
got
sale
some,
1.
they got something. Well, it's because this person had something new in their system, and this will be the person they got it from, and
Mhm.
this is a bad mark on your new product. So they're trying to just
Fair. Yeah, there's
they're trying
a
to liquidate.
guy named Pan. He's a dealer.
First name Peter.
So
No, his name's just Pan.
he's got the blazer over the black t-shirt with the chain.
Yeah, and he sees you coming a mile away. He knows exactly what you want when you get to him. He's been doing this a while.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, so I heard you're asking around. Are you looking for some product?
I say, might be.
Well, what do you need? I got I got plenty. Here, step into my office, and he leads you into the bathroom.
Ah, I love what you've done with the place. Could do with some drapes.
It's a very nice bathroom. There's actually even a couch in the men's bathroom.
Ooh, yeah, I got to plop
yeah.
myself down on that nice bathroom couch. God, the
So
idea of a bathroom house, the idea of a bathroom couch that you would sit on in 2020 is of it itself like an anxiety
Disgusting.
attack. Just like especially in the year now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Fiam sits down on the dirty bathroom couch. That's all right.
So what are you looking for, my friend?
Well, I was looking for a couple things. First and foremost, seem to have misplaced my dime bag.
Yeah, he does. It looks like some sleight of hand, and it just right between two fingers.
I do see you found it. I was also looking for some specialty product I heard you might be in possession of. It's recommended by a Giovanni.
Sort of looks at you sideways a second and says, talking about bliss?
I was just told to ask for the specialty product. You would know what he was talking about.
Listen, man, that stuff's in real short supply right now. I mean, I got some left, but it's going to come at a premium.
Giovanni doesn't have like a frequent flyer discount code we could be employing.
Listen, man, this is simple economics, supply and demand. I have the supply and I'm demanding money.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Good luck finding this anywhere else. We were the only... And he shuts up.
It was just here? I thought it was a bigger thing from the way Giovanni was talking about it. I'm just trying to get him to say that he sold it to Giovanni. I don't know how to fish it out of him.
Are you... Okay.
That's what I'm looking for.
So yeah, if you want to like investigate and get some real answers to questions, we can do that.
I'm gonna
with him.
investigate because I could do
Okay.
the dumb druggy conversation the whole time, but that's not gonna help the progress story. So I'm gonna put some tags on it. I'll go with the flow.
Actually, hang on 1 second. Yeah. Investigate works. I was just saying if going toe to toe would fit, but no, investigate works.
Yeah. Isn't in the system, so it's not like they can look me up. I don't think I have much.
You could use your
I don't
welcome
think being
everywhere again.
I think I used it to find him. I use that to get myself in this situation. That seems like a stretch to be like, that got me in the door, and I'm also using it to pump some information.
But they don't get destroyed, do they? Like they are intended to be reused?
Yeah, they are intended to be reused, just not on the same exact action.
Okay.
So as long as you're using it for a different effect, it's fine.
Well, wouldn't this be a different effect because you're trying to get him to talk more?
Yeah.
Could use it.
All right. Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out a weakness. Yes, I'm trying to get some XP out of that. I realized I got to remember to do that. I have to remind myself to get XP.
Yep. Now I can invoke weakness too. It just hasn't come up yet, but yeah.
Yeah, but there's a direct line to XP if I invoke it.
Yep.
Yeah, I look out of place.
Yes, you do.
I look out of place. All right, we got my weak. I'm
You have
gonna
a bedazzled jacket with your pizza company logo on the back.
And you're
investigate.
asking about Giovanni like you know him.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, you've got two questions of that you can ask Pan, and I can give you good answers to.
Yeah, straightforward answers too. So is he the person that was selling drugs to Giovanni?
No.
No. Damn it.
No. Yeah, but you get the impression that Giovanni was involved in the drugs.
In his business, so Giovanni was more like
Giovanni
he
might
would
have
bring
sold
his
drugs to
he would
him.
bring his fun time, like the group he was assigned to with, like he would drag him by, make a pit stop there.
No, more like Giovanni was getting the drugs for Pan.
Oh. So Giovanni was the hookup. God, all right. Balls. All right. This would be an easier one. So, the obvious follow-up question for the other point would be, where's Giovanni's supply line? Are you tapped in? Do you know where they were getting it from?
Yeah, Pan says, man, if I know where he cooked that stuff, I would have broken in there months ago.
So he doesn't know.
Shadowing.
So what's my solid? Does he have a solid lead for me about it?
That was a solid lead if you listen to him.
So it was if he knew where he cooked it up. So you knew. So Giovanni was making it.
Yep.
All right. That's a good lead. All right. Giovanni was making drugs. That's a new. All right. Man, I thought he was killed for drugs. My whole premise of this
That doesn't mean he
whole-
wasn't.
It doesn't mean he wasn't, but I thought he was
Those
killed
aren't
for.
mutually exclusive.
Yeah, it's not. I thought it was a little bit more innocuous, where he was killed for like, oh, he owes someone money or something. We just gotta suss out who he owed money to.
Oh, he decided to break some bad.
He has a side business we gotta sort out now too.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, I buy the dime bag of weed and I leave the bathroom.
Okay.
Well, it'd be weird if I like dragged a drug dealer to the bathroom and asked a bunch of questions and then didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
What did he call the drug?
Bliss.
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 Yeah, which is the BL.
155.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
Thank
catch
you.
that. I didn't even catch that. That's good.
Hold on. BL
It's in the
55
155.
It's in the chat.
155.
That's I didn't even catch that. That's great.
Yeah, I was looking at my notes and I'm like, wait a second.
So I think when Ryland walks downstairs and sees Fionn exiting the bathroom with a giant bag of grass, he's like,
Oh, it's a little
It's a
bag.
big bag. It's like a little bag. You see them
okay,
shoving something in their pocket as they leave the bathroom.
all right, it's not like a
It's
Ziploc.
not like a gallon bag.
No.
Yeah.
Dime is at
Oh, he just-
$10.
Ugh, yeah.
The dime is short for a $10 bag of weed.
Okay, then he walks downstairs and see you pocket.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs. I don't dare, and I have my little certificate somewhere.
So Ryland approaches you and says, actually, hold on. I want to check Ryland's relation. Already have. I think you have so much potential, but are wasted. So, I'm like, you're just gonna smoke weed and sit around in your room all day. Get out. So I think Ryland approaches you. Says, so, Fionn, what did you get up to while I was
Well,
working?
it appears our dear sweet Giovanni had a side hustle.
Oh. Ryland looks
Yeah.
genuinely surprised you found some information, but in a good way. Positively surprised.
He was cooking up whatever was in the picture. He was making his own. He was just making drugs. I've ran out of innuendos here. He was making drugs.
Oh. He was bringing them here?
Yeah, he was hooking up the. What was his name? He was hooking up the guy that sells everyone else drugs with his own special something.
Brandon's not going to like that. All right. Well, I was going to ask the bartender question.
We can ask the bartender questions. I also lost a beer.
God, I just hate when I misplace my dime bag and my beer.
I don't think I have anything else to ask, bartender? Just already. Oh, good job.
Yeah.
I think to myself. No, I think we're good. Let's leave. It looks like it's starting to pick up here.
Yeah, people are starting to come in. There's like people dancing on the dance floor now. You see Pan like disappear back into the bathroom with like 3 people in tow. You know?
All right. I think Ryland group texts everyone. Like, good
the
job
goose
today,
nest.
everyone. I think, yeah. Well, Ryland still tries to keep 9 to 5 hours, but very loosely. So he's like, I'm going to head back to the office. Everyone else can join me if they want to, but don't feel pressured. You can come in tomorrow at the. To
There
All
will
right,
be
I'm gonna
people-
wear out this jacket.
Right,
Peon
Marissa,
stays
what
at
did
the
you
club. That's what I was trying to say. Peon's like, I'm gonna wear out this jacket then. You don't need me anymore.
say? All right, just be careful. Don't take any of that BL-15.
I don't have the money for that.
Okay.
Cut to us back at the goose nest. Like, should I take this to see what it does?
No, actually,
Is there an
Oh,
analyzer?
the
we have?
goose nest.
the
Oh,
other
that's
two
great.
on your way back, you're like sitting in the back of the bus, going over your notes and everything. Nicole, you would probably be the one to notice that there's a large SUV sort of right behind the bus. It's been there for a while. It's like following the bus route. It stops when you stop. It's pretty damn obvious.
Okay, let's nudge Atari and say, hey, so do you notice the car that seems to be following, well, I assume us?
Are we that special to be followed? I would just assume it's going along.
It's us or somebody else on this bus for the last, knocks off as many stops.
Yeah, like enough people have changed this in this ride that you're really the only people that have been there the entire time.
And the driver.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe the
Well,
driver
think of-
has tests that need to be repaid. You don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want to do about it? Do we try and book it? Do we even go back to the nest?
Well, there's one easy way to test, and that's to get off the bus and see what happens.
I particularly like having metal around me if someone else isn't a big thing of metal that is following us, but you know what? You do you. I'll follow your lead.
Yeah, no, so what neighborhood are we actually in?
You're still sort of in that residential area. You're about to crest into the old quarter.
Okay. So reasonably familiar territory. Wait
Yeah.
until we actually get into the old quarter and then, get off the bus and just kind of wander off and see exactly what this car does.
Yeah, so you get off. It's not the stop you would get off for the record store for the office. But yeah, you get off and the SUV pulls up, right behind the bus. Back doors open up, 2 guys get out, and they're following you.
Well, is that obvious enough for you?
Yes. Can we tell, are these guys like armed? Do they look like corpos?
I mean, they're nice suits, Could be anybody.
They're salesmen.
Oh.
Evangelists.
Well, how confident?
And then you see the SUV like speed off down the road a little bit.
Is it in the direction that we're going that it speeds off?
Yeah, like it goes in front of you and then makes a corner.
I think that's a. I feel more confident than not at this point. Besides, foolish confidence is a great idea. I want to duck into a side alley and basically see if we can get them to follow us out of the public eye.
Okay.
Yeah, crack some heads in.
That's a bold move.
What to say? Yeah, I'm like,
I'm being
I-
followed. Let me
me go-
purposely go into a dark alley.
Well,
Yeah, so you-
I
so
figure
you-
that's better than whenever the car comes around. It's too
So you
It's
cut into an
one-on-one
alley.
right now.
yeah.
Yeah, you cut into an alley. And yeah, the footsteps behind you pick up and speed up behind you. Yeah, as you're walking down past like dumpsters and a old rusted ladder for a fire escape, and yeah, you can hear them getting closer to you, and one of them goes, "Hey, hey!"
Hi, sir. What's up?
We're gonna need that stuff you got there.
Stuff we've got?
Yeah, your friend there's got a computer or something. We're gonna need that.
Why?
That's company property.
Really? Because your boss said it was okay?
My boss didn't say nothing of the kind. We're just looking to return company property. Look, there's no need for anybody to get, and he starts cracking his knuckles. There's no reason for anybody to get riled up, you know?
Well, if your boss didn't say anyone, who is your boss? Who wants
That-
this?
That would be our business.
So you're saying your boss, that is this company property, tell me, what company owns this here laptop then?
It's property of Electric Velvet Industries. And we're
Really?
just
And
looking
who's
to
your
return
boss?
it. Reese.
Well, our boss had a talk with your boss. And everything's good.
Well, that's not what we were told. Look,
Well, it was a new development.
kid, you don't know what you're dealing with here. You can either hand that over or, and he like pulls open his jacket, little butt of a gun there.
Shoot.
Things get a little nasty.
You're gonna shoot me over a laptop? That's not very nice.
I've shot people for less.
All right,
just-
all right. I mean, I don't really think. Who knows? We can give it to these guys, and then we'll talk to them again, and we'll just see what's up, and maybe we can get the laptop back. I mean, I guess we don't need it right now. What I'm actually intending to do is, I'm wanting to basically use my kind of moving towards them to give them the laptop. I want to use my powers to basically stop them from moving, wrap them in their clothing, and I'm trying to trigger here easily underestimated.
We're restricting
Okay.
their suits. Nice.
All right. So yeah, this will be going toe to toe, I think.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm going to tag easily underestimated, constricted weave, the weakness tag of communication because I am talking when I'm doing this. Fabric control and is there anything else?
I don't have any more help points with you, otherwise I would help.
Yeah, no worries. Don't worry, you can deal with it when
If
it
they're
goes
all
wrong.
if they're all stuck, then I can werewolf them.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
I actually have one question. I have one other weakness tag here that might trigger, and it's suspicious nature, and that's somebody else having a suspicious nature. Does that affect here?
Like people are usually suspicious of you.
yeah, I'd say not really. I mean, the default is suspicion.
This
It
is
might
just an
help later
incognito
on.
thing.
Oh, not as a help. That's a weakness tag here.
Oh, as a weakness tag.
Yeah.
Can you tag multiple weaknesses? Get XP from
Yeah.
that.
Only one. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
In which case, I'll just leave that one be because hey, I already grabbed one. Okay, and you said, sorry, what move was this?
Toe to toe. Go toe to toe.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, it's a 7.
On a 7 and 9, choose one.
Do.
So you manage to achieve your goal. You get them good, or you block, dodge, or counter their best attempts.
Okay, I definitely want to get them good. I want them to be as stuck as I can get. So I guess,
Restrained.
Okay.
yeah,
Restrained.
restrained.
Restrained
Train
restrained.
2. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
How
So that
many-
goes on to.
Just to
What's that?
clarify, how many
Yep.
statuses till you are out? What's the?
Till you
So-
yourselves are taken out.
So how this works, and I'll play this one open-handed, because it's the first time we're seeing it.
Thank you.
So these are. Let me get the NPC out. These are
Yeah.
what's known as hired thugs. Okay.
Okay, I'm just trying
So
to get
they
a better
have-
picture of the system.
Yeah. So they have, and I will show you the GM side of hired thugs. So they have what's called status tracks. So they have hurt or subdue 3, threaten 4. Normally, you will not see this. You will not know the number. Okay.
Okay.
And then they have some other stuff that goes along with them. They're a collective. They're a group of people. They can bully, threaten 2, beat up, broken arm 3, or shower with bullets, gunshot wound 3. And that
Ouch.
happens on a failed result. Or they can eliminate a vulnerable target, shot in the gut 4. Those are the moves that they can make. Like, those are the hard moves I can make against you for a failed roll with them.
Okay.
Or in this case, on a 7 to 9, just to block, counter their best attempts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So describe what we see. And Atari, by the way, you probably notice that as Nicole begins moving up, the mist begins rising out of the grates in the ground, begins swirling down the alleyway around you.
Yes.
Yeah, so Nicole is kind of grabbing for the laptop from Atari, just kind of reaching and stepping forward and like offering it. And the threads of those suits that they're wearing, like the arms are kind of the bits like where it is on the side are kind of interweaving in with the main body of the suit and just kind of restricting
Oh, so it's
movement
like
a bit.
stitching to the torso kind of thing?
Exactly, and it's slow at first, but by the point that I'm actually anywhere near being any kind of danger, it's not just the arms or the parts that happen to be conveniently touching. I've been activating the constrictive lead part, so it's like, okay, their legs may have been standing further apart, but suddenly this is shrinking a whole lot, and that's kind of coming together and stuck too. So at this point, they're standing kind of like a straitjacket almost. Just standing
Okay,
up in a
what?
straitjacket.
Yeah, one of them goes to like lift his arm to get the laptop. He's like, "What the hell?" And he looks down and notices he can't move his arms. And then he like rips one arm free, grabs his gun, and fires at you.
Yep.
So I will let you, in this instance, roll. Where'd it go? Face danger, if you wish, with the incoming shot.
Sounds good.
So you avoid an incoming hit, endure harm, resist a malign influence, or hold it together. This would be the incoming hit as bullets start flying down the alleyway.
They're not silver bullets, so I'm okay.
So you are going against, and now it's just one guy shooting at you, so it'll just be gunshot wound 2. That is what's on the line here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see if I can do that. So I'd like to actually kind of like click a button somewhere and turn my hair off and basically make this alley dark. So see how well.
Okay. Take away the only light source they have.
Yeah, and basically, together with that. Pardon?
I just did the Bane voice.
The dumb vain voice about darkness.
Yeah, so basically, if I see him, the second that I see him get his arm free, I'm like, oh, that's not going to go well. So I basically click the hair off and dodge as best I can there. Yeah, let's stick with just that. And that's correct. And face danger. No,
Ooh.
You
no,
get shot.
not
Yeah.
correct answer.
Yeah, you fucking you get shot. You. Okay, where do you get hit? It can't be anywhere in the movies where they normally get hit because that's like
Yeah.
they're always hitting the shoulder or like.
Which is a debilitating injury.
Yes.
Getting hit in the leg or the shoulder is a debilitating injury.
You're out for months.
Let's go with just the left forearm there.
Just get,
Okay.
like,
Yeah, they take you. Your arm is like out of commission. It's got a hole in it. It's bleeding like hell.
Yeah, as the light in the alley goes off, that's when I turn into my werewolf form and just pounce at him. Like I use that
Well, out of the
opportunity.
darkness, yeah.
This
Out of the
is two
darkness, we
red
just hear the
eyes.
growl,
Yeah,
and the red eyes spring to life.
they're like neon purple, like
Oh yeah, they'd be purple
neon
eyes.
purple
Nice.
eyes.
yeah. Is this so this would be
Cyber
hit with
war.
all you got or toe to toe again?
It's toe to toe because hit with all you've got requires a clean shot.
Okay, so that's
That'd be if they were like wrapped up and like totally defenseless, right?
Or if you're taking them by surprise, like there's nothing in your way of
Yeah.
hitting them as hard as you can.
Okay.
The one guy has a gun out, so there's something in your way.
Yeah, that's a pretty big in the way. It's a
Sounds
gun.
a bit of an issue.
yep.
I will take werewolf. I will take savage. I will take more beast than man. I'll take the weakness tag bloodthirsty. I feel like I should save my other tags in case this goes bad.
If this, yeah.
But yeah. Actually, maybe I'll take because if I succeed, I inflict.
Tier equals
Status,
power status
yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, so you could put it all at once, but also if you don't succeed, then you can't try and take them out with the same tags.
So,
I will do quick and effective from my computer hacker. Does if that? It's like even
Yeah.
though it's from a different
It's
thing.
still quick and effective, yeah.
It's still quick and effective.
They're
Excellent.
like jumping off the walls and just going from
Mhm.
to the other.
Now,
Yeah,
just so we know that track is for the group of them,
hmm
so you don't have to do it multiple times to multiple people.
right.
Okay.
So I
And
will,
currently they do have a 2, so go for it.
Would it upgrade or would it be at a whole new status?
I'll show you how that works when we get to it.
Okay.
okay. I will
also,
click the
where
button.
is this track?
Oh, I haven't put it on the table yet.
Yeah, it's a
My
game
bad.
master trick.
Ah, fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it should be up there. So, um, so it's subdue or harm, and it's currently at a 2.
Okay. And we normally wouldn't know what we would need.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, got
We
it.
would just know how much we've done.
Okay, yeah. I will click go toe to toe.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
So on a 10, you choose 2.
I guess I will. God, I should probably
Block
Let's
and get them good.
block and get them good.
Yeah, they haven't taken the laptop yet, so we don't need to take something back from them.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I
what you're inflicting tier 3 of harm, basically.
Bald.
Yeah, he's not gonna kill him.
Okay.
He's gonna essentially do the cartoon thing of like he bounces off the walls as they're shooting at him, and they're like, "Where'd he go?" And he's behind them as this giant werewolf and goes "Kunk," and claps their hands together.
Okay. So with statuses, I'm gonna make
Oh,
sure
and it's
we
the
do
only
this.
light in the whole shot is the muzzle flares.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As you run, as you just
The muzzle
like,
flashes.
as you approach and then smash their heads together.
All
Yeah.
Jordan, how do all of your characters end up being a variation of Batman?
They all are. I don't even like Batman that much.
I mean,
I
I
think
love
he's cool.
Batman. I love Batman, but I play the least Batman-y.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you take a look at the handout, taking a status, and
Okay.
this would be called statuses on the same spectrum. So a higher status supersedes the existing status. 2 equal statuses become the single status, but the tier increases by 1. So if you would have done a 2 power thing, it would have been a 3.
Oh, okay, got it.
A lower status does gradually add up. So if, for example, you would just did 1 power, we would just shift this over to this first box here. It's not a 2, it's 2.5.
I see.
Oh, so those are like halves.
Yeah.
Those little.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you'll notice that there's 1 between 2 and 3, 2
Two
between 3 and 4.
Uh-huh.
So it adds up
It's-
gradually.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So in this case, because we did a 3 status, does it just move straight to 3 and the 2
It
doesn't
moves. Yeah,
matter?
it supersedes the
Okay.
previous status because it's higher.
Got
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But if I had done a 2, it would have gone in between the 2 and
it
the
would have
3.
gone to 2.5.
If you would have done a 2, yeah, the new status is
Okay.
plus the tier is increased by 1. So
Got it.
2 and 2 becomes 3, but 2 and 1 becomes 2.5.
I see. Okay.
Got it.
And
So 2
not
and a
that we
3
would
is
normally
just
know
a 3,
this,
though.
but herder
Yeah.
subdue 3 means that we have now have level.
Yes, you and that's what you needed to break the track. So you
Mhm.
have subdued them. So yeah, you describe, I'll steal. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, just the whole I keep forgetting so Nicole gets shot and then Atari he throws up his hood in the darkness and then that's what causes him to turn into a werewolf. He could throw up the hood normally and not turn into a werewolf, but like that's how he has to do it. And
You
then
gotta activate the magic item.
Let's
yeah,
say,
I activate the magic item.
This
and
was a
I-
different genre. There'd be a little magical.
Magical girl
Bunch of
transformation.
sparkles and blood flying and teeth.
You throw the hood up, and then purple neon lasers start shooting out from under the hood. And then...
Yeah.
Immediate shedding.
Listen, it's that broom closet is awful. There's so much hair in there. Yeah, so it's dark and they're like trying to figure out where he is because they're like, oh, she's down, and then he does that jumping off the walls of the short alley, and it's just like he just looks like a big dog, I guess, to them. And then
Yeah,
he
you don't get a
bonks their
good
heads
picture.
together.
You just get the
Yeah.
the shadows and the neon eyes.
Yeah, and he knocks
Nice.
them out. He'd probably take their guns away, but I
Yep.
don't know if I could do that with.
You can take their guns away, but you can't take their guns away as a story tag of having a gun. That's the
True.
difference.
Yes, it does give you narrative positioning to create the story tag by changing the game.
Yep.
Mm,
But
I
they're
know
out
now.
of the count now.
yeah, so he probably he knocks them out, like throws their guns in a dumpster. I don't know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
that
goes.
works.
He will carry Nicole back to the. I'm just gonna call it the nest, the goose nest.
Yeah. I think that's our nickname for it now.
I mean, my arm's out, but I'm not sure I need to be carried.
Oh, I thought you were shot somewhere else.
No.
No, shot in
You're
the arm.
shot
Yeah.
in the arm.
I'm in pain. I'm not even.
Yeah, lots of pain. Lots of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you are a gunshot wound victim at this point.
Yeah.
Medical
But if I
attention.
can say anything, I might, remind about the fact that they have friends in a car that still technically knows where we are ish.
I still think Atari sounds the same. Like it might be deeper, but he would just say like, "But we should go find another way to the nest, probably through alleys."
Yeah, you hear up in front of you, like where you were heading into the alley, you begin hearing like footsteps coming down the other way. Like these guys had gone and cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's about what I was expecting. So yeah, no, that sounds like good. Can we I assume there's not actually a branching alley, so the only way out of here is back the way we came, or onto the roofs because
Yeah,
Batman is fun. Okay.
You
I
could
will
also
jump.
go.
I would jump up and pull down the fire escape ladder, so we could just head up to the roof.
Yeah, you can go through a building. You take the
Yeah.
fire escape to the roof. You take the service stairs back down the building, and then you have lost them at that point.
Would this be a
Yes.
different type of toe-to-toe of escaping? Is that toe-to-toe or is that facing danger?
Sneaking around or taking a risk.
Oh,
yeah. There's sneaking around. There's take the risk. There's a couple things that this could turn into. It just depends on
Sneaking
yeah,
around makes
what the
sense,
method
since
is.
we haven't
Yeah,
done
the
it yet.
building's double back seems like sneak around.
yeah. They haven't
But
seen
if
you
you're
yet.
running past is like take the risk, etc.
Yeah, it
Or
just
you
depends
can
on how
hide
you're
and
doing
wait.
it.
You can
Yeah,
also
it's
hide
just-
and wait.
I'd say sneaking around. I've got at least 2 tags that would help with this.
Okay.
Oddly.
Can I hack to sneak around?
Not really.
We don't have quick hacks, sadly.
My
Yeah, they just turn their AR off, and your hack thing is like, well, now I see you with my eyeballs.
Yeah, if
I want to hack their AR, and I'm just gonna like minor illusion a box, and I'm gonna sit in the box, which
Yeah,
is
bag of
really not
trash.
there.
Bag
I
of trash.
can actually help with that too, because one of the tech trinkets there was like a portable projector keyring thing.
Are we really gonna like pretend to be garbage cans?
No, what I was
You're
thinking
using
is,
the
yeah,
prop
let's
gun?
use the ladder. Let's use the ladder. Let's get out of there. Just project ask you to program something in quickly and project like a picture of us standing in the alley or whatnot. And the other 2 things I was going to do was just bandage the arm with fabric proliferation, and so that I'm not in pain enough to be able to get up this ladder in a way.
I think that's a few
Oh.
things, if I'm not mistaken.
What if I have an idea. The projection that you leave, because it's just like a little knickknack, right?
It's a keyring, yeah.
Yeah. So the projection that's left is the laptop with bullet holes in it.
Oh, nice.
Don't they know it's a projection though?
Yeah, they go to grab it.
They're gonna try and
Yeah,
get
when they
it.
go to, yeah, but then that means they're going to check the laptop and not chasing after us.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Okay, let's click some boxes.
I throw it into Blender real quick.
Nothing's.
Oh.
That sentence doesn't exist, by the way. Throw
this
it
is
into the
pretty, like-
blender.
real quick.
Throw it into
Yeah.
Blender real quick. It's not a sentence that computes in any way. Throw it into Blender real quick is 8 hours of work.
That's sort of
Doesn't-
my thing on this is that like that's gonna take some time, right? Like setting up an illusion of any type. That's
Especially
not
on the
pre-programmed
fly.
is gonna take some time.
This feels
Now you can hear
unnecessarily
you can hear their
complicated.
footsteps.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, if you have a trash bag queued up, that seems reasonable.
More
But
so than a trash bag, I was figuring I might have something of me queued up.
that's also reasonable that you have a scan of yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're just
Okay.
T-posing in the alley over two unconscious dudes. That's a real alpha move.
wow. Speaking of cyberpunk,
I am going with that. I like the idea. It's amusing.
Hey, you know, when Ethernet first came out, there were so many bugs and everyone bitched about it.
took him a few years to clean it up, and now it's perfect.
All right, sneak around power with those things. Hey,
Ooh.
these rolls are working.
Look at that.
All right.
Everyone who that should fall for it falls for it. So yeah, it works. You set up your little decoy where you like look like you're hiding behind a dumpster or something, like crouched down.
But not well, like you're poorly hidden behind a dumpster.
Yeah.
The
Like they're
animation
facing
of
the-
like
For
peeking
a
out.
moment,
They're
they're gonna
facing the
go
wrong
into-
direction. Like it's like, oh, they're facing the wrong direction. They're trying to sneak up on you, and it's out. It's a projection.
Yeah.
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 Like as you like look down over the top of the building after you've scurried up the thing, you can see them drawing down on the hologram, demanding that you come out, things like that. It's gonna take them a little while. You've got some time to get away.
It makes sense. If they see 2 of their guys knocked out, they assume you're dangerous enough to be careful.
Part of me really, really wants to continue this and get them too, but I don't think that's
We
any
don't
kind
need
of
them.
smart.
We know
That
why
doesn't
they're
help our
here.
investigation.
Even if we question
Oh,
them, I don't
actually,
think they
that
give us
should
anything.
be.
Says who? We can interrogate them. That sounds.
They want the
sensible.
bliss.
Yeah, I'm the wrong person here.
They want the bliss.
Yeah, that actually should be a 9 technically because it's a -2 for your status.
You're right.
Okay. So how
Yeah,
does
because
that
sneaking
work? We can
around
change
is
it.
inflict. So does
Well,
status
it's up to
affect
Marissa.
every roll, or is it only applicable rolls?
Applicable roles, but
Okay.
since it was her
Trail of
forearm,
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's going to be pretty
Like,
much
makes
anything.
sense. Sneaking around makes sense for why a gunshot wound is a detriment.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm climbing
Better
a
than less
ladder.
effect.
I may have bandaged that arm, but dread it, it's a ladder.
There's
Yeah.
still a bullet through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does get a little complicated because they end up noticing the hologram a little bit sooner than you would have liked. They also notice the blood trail.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have to figure it out, but they figure it out.
So if we need to then sort out that blood trail. Oh, we need to get to the nest to be safe.
Yeah, you just need to get away.
Yeah.
I'm running real low on tags here.
Atari could do face danger or take a risk to run for it.
I think take a risk
The
to get
only-
there before they catch up to you.
Yeah. If you want to just book it, it's take the risk.
I mean, the only thing that I could do, could I use those tags I used to knock out those other guys? Because they're technically
it's a
two other guys.
different situation. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I could try and knock them out too. It'd just be
And
You
then
could
if
try to
that's
knock up.
the case, we get up to the top, they notice the blood trail, use that as an ambush situation to try and catch them off guard in the same way we did
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, you can actually set up for hit them with all you got then.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Ooh. Let's set. Oh,
Okay, so is that then 2 separate roles for the both of us again?
I don't think that makes sense.
It would depend on what all you're doing. Now, if you're setting yourself up for for an ambush,
It would be change the game, and
yeah,
then
you could change the game to gain a tactical advantage, and then hit with all you've got.
So you could divvy the work up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Use the change the game thing for the fabric stuff again, and then let you loose.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, the one good thing about that status is I'm certainly getting to trigger pain as power.
There you go.
Yeah.
True.
So what do
Whenever
you do
you're
to
hurt,
change?
you get a
Yeah.
free tag.
So what do you do to change the game?
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to do the exact same thing again. It worked before. And this time I've already got some fabric down on the ground by the bodies that they're looking at. So let's stick them in one place, and make it so that they are not looking up, if at all possible. But yeah, straight jacket them and tangle their clothes with those of the people below.
Now, it is worth pointing out that you can use change the game to reduce a status as well, such as your own.
Interesting. But I think taking them down is much more difficult.
Okay.
Okay. These are the things that make sense. Let's roll it. Right, it is going to be a -2.
Mhm.
Mind? Can I tick determined on this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Fair.
if you weren't determined, you would have run.
Yeah.
Change the game.
That's a 10. Okay.
Is that
So-
including your minus?
Yep. Oh wait.
Nope.
Did it include
It's
it?
an
It
8.
did not.
I wonder why. Oh, because it's not. Okay. There. It's now got the 2 minuses in, so it is an 8. So in this case, then I guess.
It's power equals 4, or juice equals power, so you have 4 juice.
Hiya.
What's the difference
the
between
combo?
on and 8, though?
We don't know how tough this was. We were
So-
intending to just create a tag so that they couldn't move again.
Yeah, so on an 8, basically you just don't give you don't get anything below the give or reduce a status. That scale up,
Yeah.
prolong the effect, hide the effect.
I see. So you can
That's the 10 plus stuff.
you get fewer
Okay.
options.
Yeah, create a story tag, burn a power tag.
Or give or
Give or
reduce a
reduce.
status.
Well, with Lord,
Can
you could
burn their story tag of guns?
another thing you could do if you can give them a negative status at status 4, you can just get rid of them.
Yeah, I don't want to do that because that wasn't quite the intent of this role, I guess. I am going to burn their story tag of guns because I'm sick and tired of those things. And I think for the other, give the same restrained tag of 3. And then let you finish with the rest.
Okay.
I hear so much
The
loud
3 will
I'm
reduce
confused.
them. Or 3 will subdue them.
Fair enough. I don't know my own strengths.
She literally crawled by and went, "You saw nothing."
I actually
Did you
didn't
not see my
it.
girlfriend's face pop up like right here?
I
Mhm.
did not.
Oh.
I didn't.
Oh god.
But yeah, the tag, the entangled 3 you're going to give them will subdue them.
Yeah,
So that
entangle
they're
3 and lose the guns.
they're basically they're still, conscious. They're just wrapped up and they can't move.
Can I still hit him with all I got?
Yeah,
Yes. I'm still gonna knock him out.
I mean, you can kick a dog while he's down. Do it.
Yeah. Listen,
With
in a
this,
Hey, it'll
dog
help us
world, be the
later.
biggest dog with the biggest
This-
pack, homie.
is
That's
this hit
literally
with
part
all
of my
you've got?
defining effect.
It'll help us
Uh,
later when we're trying to get information out of them.
Yeah. Oh, are we taking these guys hostage?
I
For
don't think
now.
we need them, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think we need the
We're not
goons
here.
either.
But if they can't defend themselves, it
Wasting a
would be hit
golden
with all you got, I think.
Yeah, you have a clear shot. So
Yeah. I will.
Together again.
I'm gonna tick. Werewolf, savage, more beast than man. Pick your battles because they're literally defenseless. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to see.
You
I
ran
don't want them to
before,
see where
and
we're
now you're
going.
fighting back.
I mean, I would tick. Do I tick quick and effective here? Sure, why not? They're already. If I don't knock them out, then whatever, and I'll also keep bloodthirsty ticked as well for my weakness.
okay.
Hit with all you've got.
Yeah, that.
Okay. So tier equals power. What are you doing? You can choose 2 of those.
I'm gonna get them good.
Okay.
I mean,
Power
can they
5.
even hit me back?
No.
So I don't. Let's say I control the collateral damage.
Okay.
So it's just like 4 guys knocked out in an alley.
Well,
Like-
it would have been had you not take bloodthirsty.
Ooh, they're dead,
Nicole,
huh?
as the the quick form of Atari darts into the darkness below, and you hear the most horrible screams and splatters of blood.
Mm.
Well, that's traumatizing. There we go.
Yep.
Well, there are dumpsters, so just into the dumpsters they go.
And it's okay. You left their cell phones still intact
No,
because you
I
control the
take their
collateral
cell
damage.
phones
That's
because
what
I
mean.
hack cell phones all
That's
the
what
time.
I mean. You didn't destroy them in all the collateral damage. Didn't touch their
Yes.
cell phones.
So I will get their text messages to go.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You take their cell phones
Cool.
as part of your horrendously vicious attack with
Yep.
tooth and claw.
News is gonna be like
It's just a vicious attack, and then he looks up to Nicole in his werewolf form and goes, eh.
Except we can't even
Just like
outright see each
blood
other's
on the
stuff.
fur.
Can we?
Yeah.
News is gonna be like there's this wild bear loose in the city.
There's a wild bear.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
And Nicole is kind of faint, like, they couldn't fight back.
But they could have said where we were going. That's how I'm gonna play this.
All right.
I say as I look.
This protects my nest. This protects the nest.
Sure.
I am not triggering anything, but I'm also seeing that one of my weaknesses is blindly loyal, and if anything's triggering that, this had better.
Yeah.
So
So-
I'm
So the
concerned,
tags
but
you
let's
pick
go.
affect the actions you take. Let's keep that one in mind.
Well, I mean, I gave more attention to my wolf cloak. I'm
Yeah.
I'm one away from getting it to 3 attention.
Good.
Oh.
Nice.
It wants
Things
blood.
got a little out
It
of
gets
hand.
stronger off of it.
Yeah.
Let's find out if
So-
you tell Ryland
What?
about what happened in detail.
Get home and get you
don't think so.
cleaned up.
It's all just from the bullet wound. All of the blood.
They shot at
The-
us.
The gallons of it.
Yeah, interestingly, when you shift back, there are no bloodstains on the fur coat. It seems to like absorb into the fur.
Nice.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Thanks, Satan.
You should use it as I'm about to say, if you use that as a bandage, that's useful.
Use that as a bandage.
Absorbs
Yeah, and then we
blood.
could just stroll home. We'd go back to the nest.
Yeah. A couple hours later, there are numerous. There's like helicopters. There's police tape that alley's cordoned off. There's tons of cops there. But yeah, you guys make it out okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It was a
boy.
vicious bear attack.
Just mark that down here.
So does that happen every
A cell
time?
phone stealing bear.
No, to be honest, it got a little out of hand. Sometimes it has a mind of its own. Let's just keep this on the down low.
Well, as long as you get something useful like off of those, I guess, and at least we know what track we should be going on for the case.
And listen, you're shot. They were gonna shoot us. You don't know how many more there were.
You're not wrong.
You know that Hummer holds around 6 people. We only saw 4.
Well, I guess thanks. Thanks, I guess.
You're welcome. As I'm like taking out the GPS on all their phones as we're walking.
Just like popping the back and like ripping the SIM card out of it because the like there's a little memory thing in the phone anyway. You don't really need the
Yeah.
SIM card if
you
you're
don't
using
need
it
the
for an
SIM card.
investigation.
Yep. Just taking out SIM cards, throwing them,
Stomping on them as you
stomping on them, throwing them in the gutter, like whatever I need to do.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
Yeah,
Yeah, back at the Legion of Doom.
Ryland.
Yeah, Ryland and Fian, you've
I'm at the
just
club.
made it
I
back.
didn't leave.
Oh,
I
you're
didn't-
still
Yeah, you stayed at the nightclub. I'm here alone.
Yeah,
So I think
Ryland, you've made it back.
Cecil isn't here. I think it's past 5. He out. He didn't have any keys himself. But I think
That's why we operate out of a record store. We don't need to lock the door.
I
The
was gonna
front
say-
door is operated by someone else.
exactly. So I told him he's welcome to just go. So I walk in.
Yeah, as you walk in, Scratch is he's putting up some kind of case behind the desk. It's like a clear glass case, and inside there just seems to be some kind of violin made out of a shiny yellow metal.
Oh.
A golden fiddle. Nice.
I need to look up that reference because I'm somehow not getting it.
That devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nope, that's a song. I have not heard of it.
I'll show you
How?
Is it
That
country?
is
country.
Ah, there we go. That's why.
not even really, but okay.
It's a good one though.
Yeah, I think Ryland like looks at it. Nice. Heads
Yeah,
upstairs.
it's made of gold. You might have a visceral reaction to that, wanting
That's
to like
true.
consume, perhaps.
Yeah. No, I think.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah, so I think Ryland is about to, and then he's like, he's like, he gets into the elevator, and then he gets off of the elevator instead of pressing the button. It's like and like goes over to it. It's like, is that real gold?
Yeah, man, traded for it. You'd be amazed at what people will give for, something precious,
That's awesome.
something they want.
Can it play? Like, I
Oh,
thought
it
had to
sounds
be
like shit.
Okay, makes sense. Looks good though.
Yeah, man, I figured it's a nice centerpiece here,
And it's like tries to wipe a bit of drool off his face. Like, nope, don't want that to. Wow. How much are you selling it for?
Oh, I don't know, and I kind of like it. Sort of fits my whole vibe. Although, I might wager it.
Oh, I'm normally not much of a gambler myself, but I'm a bit curious.
Well, do you know how to play?
Play what?
The fiddle, man.
Oh, I mean, I could learn, but you said it doesn't play well, anyways. I'd learn on a regular one. No, it something. An instrument like that needs to be not. Well, it's not meant to be merely played, right?
I don't. I mean, yeah, it's a sort of a feast for the eyes. It's a monument to greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of just gotta sit back and consume it
Take
with
it in.
your. Take it all in.
I think it's better down here, where people can see it.
Yeah, I'm finding that lately, for some reason, people are more willing to trade things for the things I give them. I'm doing a nice barter business, it seems.
Nice. Cool. Any interesting finds?
Oh, tons, man. People, people come in looking for something special that I give to them, and for that they give me something precious in return. So yeah, I got all kinds of groovy things in the back. This is just the first piece. I got to set up a couple more.
Nice, Scratch. Well, if you need any help, let me know. I'm just upstairs doing the thing. So be happy to. And
And yeah, I might take you up on that. Hey, who was that? What the hell was his name? The little guy that came in earlier.
oh, Atari?
No, the new one.
Talking about Cecil.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, Ryland literally completely forgot.
He's like, those people don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the little blonde dude.
Oh.
I mean, intern 27.
Yeah. Oh, he's Cecil. He's sent by the agency. He's just interning. But yeah, no, he's good. He's almost beaten my record at solitaire time limit, but not
Yeah,
quite there yet.
I was talking to him a little bit earlier. I tried to get him a couple of records, boost his confidence a little bit, but he said my price was too high.
Prices aren't that high. Guess he just doesn't appreciate
That's
them.
what I said, but you can't make deals with everyone.
And also needs a player.
That's fair. You might not have the tech.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna head upstairs and research. Take
You
care,
do
Scratch.
you, man.
Ryland heads up. I don't know if I want to have any solo scenes until at least someone gets back to the office.
Yeah, the other two will get there
Reasonably soon.
shortly, and at some point of the night, I can stumble back in. That's not easy to come back.
Yep.
Yeah, I
So-
guess we would eventually show up at Old Scratch's. I would just give Scratch a wave as I try to cover Nicole's gunshot
I was
wound.
gonna say, yeah. How obvious is it at this point?
As
the
I said, I
bullet wound?
did bandage it, but like whatever clothing I was wearing looks ridiculous right now because that does not make sense.
I have a weird bullet.
Oh no.
You're gonna be like, that arm looks mighty tasty. Is there a bullet in there? Is there
But
high
yeah.
quality lead?
Kind of like in a sling, basically. It's just the fact is you can't actually tell where the sling and the clothing are different because they aren't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, Nicole, what happened there? What, you hurt yourself? Scratch, like he's busy. He's busy putting another record on, and you just hear the Rolling Stones start coming on as you walk in.
Nothing much. I mean, I guess there were some guys and they were following us into the alley, but they're not any problem now, so I just need to get this looked at and we'll be fine.
Like pulls his glasses down, looks over to Tari. He's like,
It's good you're taking care of people.
In more ways than you know, Scratch.
That's a good dog. And he just goes back.
Yeah,
Do we all know about Scratch's powers? Or do you know about ours?
we know about it as a
It's-
player, but we don't know. I don't think about it in character.
No, it's just weird world, weird old man.
Mm.
Yeah, though I'm getting the impression he knows about it.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah, Scratch knows a fair bit.
Scratch is the old, yeah, totally like side character.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about it now, though. We'll cycle back.
Yeah. We just hurry to the elevator.
getting weird vibes off of that one.
Yeah, but the whole time, there's never not been weird vibes. They're not really
Yeah.
weird. It's just Scratch.
It's just
He was weird
Scratch.
before he was possessed by a demon. Like,
Yeah, Scratch is intuitive. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
So, with the information he got, when you come in, Ryland isn't paying attention to you too much. He is on his laptop researching what he can about Crimson Hearts Club.
Mhm.
Pages about what-
Can you use the surfing the their social media clue for that one?
Oh, I can. I'm not done investigating. It's in the middle.
Yeah, I'm just have the clue.
You.
Needs to go away now.
I think I used up all of my clues, if I'm not mistaken. So my
Oh yeah, the questions from Marissa. Yeah, you use those.
Um,
Yeah, I think the only clue that's currently banked is the surfing the Ethernet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, you guys get in. He's surfing the web. He hasn't found much. He's not as good at it as either of you.
Yeah, so you notice there's rather large red stain.
Yeah, like stands up in shock. Says, "What happened? You got
Ran into
hurt?
some trouble on the way
How?
back, but
Ooh,
uh,
is this that guy who punched him in the eye, Fion?
nope.
Wasn't that
Different
guy?
guy.
They said that their boss was Reese something or other from the club, I think.
Yeah, from Electric Velvet. They wanted the laptop. They kind
Oh.
of jumped us in an alley, but everything's good now. How are you?
Not knowing the reference. Yeah, I don't think Ryland has. If Ryland has seen Star Wars, it was like one. So he says, I guess I'm okay, but hold on. Where's the? He goes. It's the First aid kit is probably, I would imagine, in Atari's office, next to, like, in the broom closet. He goes and takes it off the wall and just like fumbles his way through trying to apply, clean the wound.
I'm gonna see what was so important that was on here. So if you need me, I'll be
Okay.
in the den.
Yeah. How can I remove that status?
Changing the game.
So change the game.
Change the game.
Will remove status.
Do I have to change the game for my breasted eye, or will that just go away by itself? It does say, like, some are permanent, some go away by themselves.
Yeah, some go away by themselves. So yeah, it just when it's narratively appropriate, it'll go away.
I
Like,
figured by next
tomorrow.
episode, the busted eye will be gone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can do a roll, but that seems easy enough to just wait out.
I think that I am going to change the game and the tags will be used. I would say eyes wide open. In this case, what that's referenced actually to clean. It's had a bit of experience.
Mm-hmm.
And metal sense. That's with getting the bullet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can get the bullet out with that. You can see it. Lodged right against the bone.
So there's like a whole like this is gonna hurt, alright. Hurt your teeth. Here's
You
some
ever
cloth.
done something like this before? You know.
More times than I'd
Pour
like.
some whiskey
but
on it.
Less than you'd like.
There's what the noir comes in.
Yep. 12.
Boom.
Right.
All
so
right.
I'm reducing the status
yeah,
by
you're-
2.
Yeah, so you can reduce the status by 2. Basically, you can bandage that thing up and you like sew it up. You know, it's good to go.
Probably with guidance from her, because she probably knows sewing better.
Naturally? No.
Fair.
Also, medical sewing's a little bit different because it's for less scarring and less for
That's true.
attachment.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So while that's going on, I basically want to go over that camera footage that I got. Go through the laptop. Try and cross-reference some stuff with the camera footage and what I can pick up from the mic from the laptop. Go through the
Okay.
guy's like
Like a
Atari pulls an
big
all-nighter.
investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to do a
just
big investigation.
tech investigate. Gotcha.
Can we montage
Yeah.
downtime here?
We will montage downtime probably at the end, unless you guys have something like.
For like there's the wrap up move
Yeah.
too.
There's the wrap-up move.
Yeah. I think I'm going to spend my only help point with it.
Okay.
Another +1.
Nice.
Does that also improve
Yeah,
power?
Yeah, this one will be a little important if you're gonna mash it all into one.
Yeah, so I'll do computers, hacking, quick and effective. I will do.
Is this quick and effective in this case? Because you're all knighting.
That's quick and
it's-
effective.
That's
We-
a pro.
we-
That's
for the
fair.
amount
For
of
the
stuff.
amount. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about the scale of like we still takes time to do computer stuff. Quick and effective is doing it in a night, not doing it over a week.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm probably using my AR glasses just so I'm not like with a singular computer screen. It's like
Yeah.
I could literally look around and like.
You can have the wall of
Yeah.
the windows
Yeah,
out.
you can do the
Yeah, you've got
Marvel
everything plugged into a hub,
hologram.
and you're just
Yeah.
moving everything. Yep.
I don't know if my forearm data jack would help here.
Yeah, you're interfacing with the computer.
Okay, forearm data jack. Bioencoded.
Do you want
probably
to
doesn't
use
help.
the surfing the aether clue? Oh, that's a clue, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's the clue which yeah, you or I
Please.
can just use.
I don't really need to do a weakness tag on here, so I won't. And it's just investigate.
And you have +1 from me helping.
Oh, and plus
Mhm.
1. Cool. And investigate.
Boom.
Oh, boy.
Right.
That's an investigation.
That's a hell of an investigation.
This is literally your specialty.
I do werewolf things and hacking things. There is no in between.
Yeah.
I werewolf and I hack things.
I'm so
I
ready for
wolf and I
werewolf.
hack.
I'm so ready for werewolf hacking when we get the crossover.
I hack and I hack.
Good.
Oh god, with so many sources for this, technically.
Yeah, it's footage, computer stuff.
Yeah, we can put it at 6,
Mm-hmm.
and we can go from there. So.
Okay.
Do we
Now,
have a
so
CCTV?
I,
you want.
I should explain what you're seeing
Yes.
before you start asking questions, because so the video footage, it's a shot of sort of half of the front of the building. It's the best you got.
Mm-hmm.
And you find like where you can definitely see sort of on the side of the screen where Giovanni falls and smashes the car.
Mm.
Before that, you see there's some kind of shadow, sort of blocking. It's a very long shadow that's going like all the way across the screen. But it isn't always there. It seems to like disappear at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, there's people coming and going all throughout the video. It's a street. People are gonna walk,
Mm-hmm.
But you do find the footage of Giovanni's final impact. On the computer, there's tons of different files. Mostly looks like corporate nonsense memos, stuff like that. Emails from Reese about and people coming in, this, that, and the other thing. Looks fairly innocuous.
Mm-hmm.
But you might be able to read into it with questions, things like that.
Right.
What else were you looking at?
The now missing men's phones.
Okay.
Thug cell phones.
Yeah, there are several messages on there. You definitely do see one of them, get over to the apartment. There's somebody there. One of the messages was incoming, like telling them to go to that apartment because someone's there and doing something.
I assume it's just from a number. It doesn't have like a contact.
Correct. But with your question, you can figure that out.
I'm assuming the thugs had burner phones. They're not like.
Mm. Okay, so just to get my notes right, the video footage is half of the front of the building. There's a long shadow before Giovanni falls, and it's after.
And then it disappears.
Or is it only
and
before?
Then Giovanni falls.
It's before Giovanni falls.
Okay, it's before Giovanni falls.
Does it show back up? This might be a question, but whether or not the shadow shows back up would be indicative of someone going up and down the side of the building. But if
that you'd have to investigate that.
That's what I mean. That's why I said it might be a question, but that could be an indicator. Yeah. But if it's just going up, they could have gone down the stairs.
The computer has corpo nonsense like memos, emails, stuff like that. It seems like innocuous, right? Or innocuous.
Yep.
And then the thug phones, the big thing there is there's a text from someone that says there are people in the apartment. Okay.
Yeah, that's all the obvious stuff. If you want to ask questions, we can get more detailed.
Okay. I want to investigate the computer more because they wanted the computer specifically.
I think I will quickly use that last clue from the social
Okay.
media. My question is, looking at the social media flame wars between and customers, is the rivalry between Crimson Hearts and enough to give motive for Lila killing Giovanni, getting him killed?
Yeah, looking at like the different reviews and everything, everyone's talking about Electric Velvet like it's replacing Crimson Hearts, like it's the new spot.
Okay, so there's definitely potential motive.
Yeah.
Cool.
You go first then. Oh, not Zen. Indigo.
I was gonna say we're at like 10 till for that if we wanted to work. If I don't know if we
Yeah,
want to do the wrap up move.
Clues
if
next
we want to
time?
wrap it up here and
We could wrap it
ask
now.
clues
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah, we'll do
Sure.
This is a
the
lot.
because I know
Let's do
there is
that.
the like end of session move
Yep.
that
Yeah,
I want
let's
to
do
make
that.
sure we do because that's a cool move and that's part of the
Yeah,
whole
and then
thing.
I'll put in that we have 6 clues.
Yes. Yep, it's right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
just
on
put
the
in my
board.
notes too, just in case.
Yeah.
Geek out
Okay,
during
so
credits.
as we we get a quick little Eye of the Tiger montage, or Eye of the Wolf montage. Hungry like the wolf, I think, would be better for this.
Yeah.
Yes, it's hungry like the wolf. Oh no, does that mean I have to do the intro next time?
Yeah, you might be the intro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we see Atari just slaving away the reflection of the like hollow screens on the goggles as he's like going through all of the different windows and everything. And yeah, we fade to credits as Hungry Like the Wolf kicks up to 11.
I'm on the hunt down after you.
Now we have to stop for music copyright reasons.
Yep.
That's it.
Unless I sing so off key, there's no way they could ever copyright.
Rock home. That's why I know that song so well.
Oh.
All right, so geek out during credits. So not that we have any burnt power tags on the crew, but has the crew grown this session?
Yeah.
I
I
think
murdered for this
I was
crew.
about to say.
Yeah.
I think
We got a real case.
we
I
got a
don't
real
think
case, and also there's some. Ryland will strongly not approve, but as a crew overall, I think brutal or something like.
Yeah.
This was a Blade's reputation. Like, yeah, this is.
I think maybe
Yeah.
blunt over brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
think blunt.
blunt.
Between that,
Blunt is.
Blunt applies to more things,
blunt
I think.
applies to almost everything.
Brutal is
Session.
just me. That's it.
Okay. So go ahead and mark attention on your crew themes.
Oh, for mine.
Oh yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting that's all. I gotta find my window now.
Mine's a
There we
2.
go.
Yeah, everyone has one.
So we're at 2 attention on Golden Goose Mysteries.
Yes.
Mhm. All right, and for each of you, which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? I think I know the answer for Nicole, so let's start with her.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty straight Atari here.
Mhm.
And you may add 1 help or hurt point next to their name on your character card, depending on how
know
you
what?
really feel about what
Don't
just
tell me.
happened.
Don't tell me.
I don't know if you really mean that. But, I think I'm actually going to. Again, I'm going to go into that blind loyalty, and I'm gonna say help. Sure, you were helpful.
In my
I'm
own
minorly
special way.
terrified of you now, but I'm sure you did this for the good reasons, and everything will work out for the best.
Not because I misunderstood how weakness tags work.
Now you found out in person about what.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna add bloodthirsty to a roll. It's gonna be a bloodthirsty roll.
That's fair.
All right.
I think that Ryland had the most meaningful interaction, definitely with Fionn. He was like going to go up to Fionn, like, "What are you doing buying drugs? We're here on business." And then Fionn was like, "Yeah, I found all this information." Like, oh, okay, cool.
and
Good
about
work.
trucks.
Yeah. So I'm adding a help point to Fionn.
Little column
Okay.
A, little column B.
Helpful.
Yeah, I think similarly, I only really interacted with because I did the one like solo thing, and then I interacted with Ryland most. So I think it's a thing that we gotta something we're gonna have to pay attention to is if when we split up, we gotta remember to shake up the pairings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Just
again
for
the first.
just for narrative purposes, we gotta remember to shake up the pairings.
Listen, everyone in Avatar, except for Toph, has a Zuko episode. We all need to have our Zuko episodes.
Very
Who's
important.
Zuko? I think Fionn Zuko.
Or Momo.
Hello. Be on here.
Much more of a Momo.
Somewhere in that
Yeah.
range.
Much more of a Momo.
Okay.
Oh, I had so many help points with you. I should have used one.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now and realizing I have 3 with
Because
Atari.
if we get one each episode, it means that, like, for some reason I was being careful with them, but if we get one, like, if we get a point for sure each time,
Mm.
I gotta make sure I use at least one each time, because otherwise there's no point in getting it. I think that's explicitly so you help each other a lot. I gotta make
Well,
sure
I'm
to do
curious.
that more.
How do hurt points work, really?
It's a
Like,
minus
is
one on
that
the roll.
Someone's doing
Basically.
So
something
if
you don't
they're
want them to
really
do.
annoyed with what somebody else is doing.
Yeah, don't
Mhm.
do this.
Yeah, it's like, don't murder them again! Just stop it!
Not again.
Already died once.
Did you go Indigo for your
Yeah, I
help?
took one for Ryland.
Oh, okay. I will take a help for Nicole because you murdered someone in an alley for them.
We have secrets together.
Yeah. This doesn't leave this alley.
They certainly didn't.
No.
All right, and I don't think we have any themes under strain at this point. We haven't really had any dramatic moments.
If
Yeah.
Ryland
Um,
finds out about the murders, ethical success might suddenly be put under strain. He'd have to figure it out.
It's
Yeah,
fair.
if we
He also
keep-
just
if we
might
keep taking-
turn Atari into the police.
Yeah, but my routine might be the first one to really go under severe strain if we keep picking up cases and stuff. That's probably be the first one that's gonna crack.
Yeah.
Just where it's hard to keep up a routine if I have to continuously like take detours for criminal investigation or whatever.
Right.
But we'll get there when we get there. But that's probably be the first one to crack for Fionn is the routine.
I love how you called it detours to basically play the role-playing game. And then from the rest of our character's perspective, you're taking the detours to do the pizza delivery. But you're actually here helping us investigate.
I'm really trying to like figure out what best way that the character can be totally useless for the group, but I actually still contribute on a player level.
Oh, it's great. No,
I'm
I mean,
trying to
the
see how
weed
much I
thing
can
was
do with
also
that.
just great. Chatted with. Okay. Our first, it's our second session. It's our first session
With a
where
real
we have
case.
our powers.
Yeah, it's our first case. Yeah, and next time we have Atari doing our intro,
Yeah, I should probably write a little thing for that.
or at least like some bullet points of what you want to talk about.
Yes.
Mhm. And all
Yeah,
the
so
alleys and
basically-
all the back. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, so with that, it's you go into a monologue as your character, relating your character thoughts and feelings at this point in the story. So
You're gonna have
like
to do some. I'll have to do some genre research to figure out Theon's intro. Whenever we get
Oh, yeah.
around to their turn, but there's going to be some research involved to make that one work.
That's fair.
It might be rather bill intense.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the episode.
That's
Thank
it
you
for today.
watching.
Yeah.
My name is Spencer. I a game called Missing Adventure. I think the link is down below Twitch. I should add it to YouTube. I should add it to
It
YouTube.
is on Twitch, yes.
It's like Dungeon World, but I say this with ill intent. Better.
That's why you made it.
It's yes.
Oh, I didn't realize you updated your Twitch. You have like all the links on here now.
Yep. What else am I doing? I make websites. I think my website link is also there. Mistaken. I'm also making a board game, which is not public yet, but it's coming along. Winner. It's a competitive sandwich building card game. It's great. I think that's what I do. Game design and website design. Yeah.
Yeah.
Know that at
You're
least
rotating plugs. I have
I
a lot of
mean,
plugs.
two of us plug things. I don't know about the rest of you three, but we might as well. Plug.
I don't plug. I need to
I have-
redo my Twitter because
yeah,
now it's
yeah.
on different places.
Yeah, no. On my Twitter, I make games. There's a link on the Twitter. I think it's for my digital website thing. They're varying quality, size, content. I've written like 12 this year, so I can't even be like, here's one, here's another one. I've written like 12 different like published things. And
What's the first
soon,
favorite one that comes to mind right now?
well, coming soon, I will have physical zines in a web front. I will post something about when it's actually like shipped to them. But I will have a web carrier carrying a series of my Troika zines for playing Troika, an adventure fantasy game. But the zine I wrote is rules for sitting on your couch and smoking weed with your friends in the adventure fantasy game, where you do nothing. It's gonna be a fully illustrated kind of Xerox punk zine style supplement for Troika that'll be physically available soon.
Nice. I think that's it.
I think
I'm not
that's our
mistaken.
plugs.
We have two pluggers. The rest of us are regular people without public-facing jobs.
Regular.
No.
I mean, my public-facing job, I'm not going to plug, so they don't need more business.
Public-facing work. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll be back next week.
Yep.
January.
It's after. It's not even on a holiday day. So.
Not even a holiday. So I do
I'll
like
be a
that.
whole year older.
I do like the long weekends from all the.
Oh yeah, real nice.
So,
I don't. I have the opposite long weekends
Yeah.
from all the holidays.
You work on weekends?
Oh, yeah.
I work all the holidays.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll be back next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.